game is loading. Fortunately, the counterpoint of that is the game also loads slow.
While we're doing this real quick, I'm checking to make sure that anyone can actually hear me. And yes, share your voices allow. So nice. I'm in.
All right, are you back on? Get out of that screen as fast as you can, because we are already broadcasting, and I'm not sure if people can hear your voice when you're not on the immediate show. All right.
Bang.
So if you guys are watching, welcome back. This is live from the Man Cave, our special series called Ready Player 2, where basically we play video games with each other. Our main thing is a podcast. You can find that podcast on any streaming app, anywhere you stream your podcast, including like Apple Podcasts and
Stitcher and Overcast.
Yep.
Any of these places.
All that stuff. And Spotify too. People seem to like that one. It's a good one.
Yes, sir.
So yeah.
Give us 5 stars. 5 stars on Spotify, please.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Shameless pitch.
Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, like my daughter now says, because she watches too much YouTube.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
So my name's Serious Jess. This is
Craig Mack.
Yeah, and welcome back. So hopefully you've been not jumping in the episode 2 part B. You've gone back. We've got our older episodes on YouTube, our YouTube channel, youtube.com/livemancave. Actually, the easiest place to find all our stuff in one place is www.livemancave.com. That's livemancave.com. You can find us there, and then branch off to all the things. We got a Discord room too. Definitely jump in there, talk some smack with us. It'll be good.
If you want to know when we're going live on these right away, Discord is a perfect place to do that, because we throw in there anytime we're about to go live. So if you're following us on our Discord channel, you would know, and you could jump into and listen to this live. So it's a great way to check it out.
Absolutely. Let's get into, you see me, I'm looking around some things around the room, and maybe I'll take advantage of get the ball, we'll do a rolling start, I'll look at some stuff around the room, but let's also take this opportunity to talk about what we're going to be drinking while we're playing video games. We can't do this and not drink, right?
Absolutely not. What kind of weirdos do you think we are? This is known as our patent pending beer of the show.
Absolutely. And so before we go into that, actually, as we go into that, Craig, if you don't mind just typing our website again for the viewers. You won't be able to see it once we upload to YouTube, but while it's on Twitch, you'll be able to check it out. Again, excuse me, that's www.livemancave.com. Craig has put it in the chat. Also, all right, so we'll start talking about the beers. Let's start off with that first.
Yes, sir.
And I'll go first if you don't mind. So I'll get this out of the way so I can start kind of looking around the room while you do yours as well. We can kind of multitask all this. So mine's a Tavour beer. Craig will type the name of that and of that app in the chat. They do not pay us advertising, but we really like them, so we constantly shout them out. It's a service that basically allows you to put your zip code in there. It figures out what beers are not readily available in your area, and then it puts them in the queue, and you can pull whichever ones out you want and order them. And you won't be able to get these anywhere else in some cases. So the one I ordered for today, or I've ordered a big crate full of them, but the one I picked for today to be my beer of the show is a bourbon barrel-aged bucket of bolts, is what it's called. It's by a brewer called River North Brewery in Denver, Colorado. The tasting notes are rich currents of dates, chocolate-covered raisins, and golden caramel course to every sip. Whispers of woody spice and just a bit of bitterness balance out the decadent bread pudding flavors. So this ABV is 12.9%. That's about on par with most barley wines. It's a barley wine, so it's gonna be
yes, sir.
All right, and I got that nice. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say because I'm typing in River North Brewery's bourbon barrel aged bucket of bolts. It's a lot of B's.
Yeah, the alliteration is strong.
Oh, yeah, it's very strong. Nice.
So I'm cracking this open now. I'm gonna pour it into that nice snifter gift that you gave me a few Christmases ago. The Schiff glass.
Cool, yep.
So let's see. So it keeps the beer kind of like in a bowl at the bottom, and then it opens up at the top to really let the smell roll out. So I'm pouring this, and this is not a deep, it's not a very dark brown. It's dark brown, but it's it really has it looks like it's had caramel mixed into it. So, and you can smell the caramel and the bourbon in this, as soon as it's coming out of the glass. Let me take a sip. That's delicious. Oh, that's nice. That has an initial really pleasant first sip to it. Again, as we drink more of this and I figure out how great it is, my rating could change.
We're freezing in here.
This is sitting at a 4 right now.
Nice.
And we'll see. It could go most likely up. If it goes anywhere from a 4, it'll most likely go up, is my prediction. If it goes. Nice. But I think it'll probably stay at a 4 on initial taste. All right, all you, buddy.
That sounds awesome. So we have actually been picking a couple of bangers as of late, and kind of been in our own wheelhouse. We know what we like, and we like what we know, and so we've been getting a lot that like have started at 4s, some that have over time bumped up to 5s. Like so, we've been kind of sitting in that wheelhouse of really getting some good shit, and our bourbon barrel aged and all of that kind of, the barley wines, we tend to kind of lean towards the stronger end of the spectrum, which is why sometimes we slur a little bit at the end of the show. Don't judge. But mine is also a Tavour beer. Yes, so I had gotten no, actually I lied. This is not a Tavour beer. So I actually got this one as a crate. So there's a brewery not far from where we're in Jersey, and there's one not far from us in Pennsylvania called Free Will Brewing, and I've talked about them recently. I did them one was a beer of the show not too long ago on the podcast side of things, but they had a crate of this beer called Ralphius, and it's RALPHIUS. And so these are all 2021 beers. As Ralphius has essentially a number of different types of Ralphius. They kind of like brew them with different things, to try to see what taste. So I have about 4 or 5 of these, and I've been letting them sit since the beginning of 2021. And this one is the Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels. So again, really right in our wheelhouse. We know what we want. This one is our full-bodied, rich and velvety Imperial Stout, aged 1 year in a wide variety of bourbon barrels, then blended to taste before packaging. The result is many layers of character featuring notes of chocolate, jammy dark fruit, vanilla, and caramel. And this one is 14.2%.
So heavy hitters stay.
Yes, we're it's the holidays, man. Fuck, I like it. We're going for it.
We don't gotta go to work tomorrow. Good.
Exactly. So I highly recommend you take a look. Go do a Google for Ralphius, and you can see they have a dog named Ralphius that these are named after. So his picture's on the front, and he's pretty awesome looking.
Feels so far
but
away now.
Boy, wow. You can definitely smell some of that bourbon right out of the gate. And I love how, like I said, this has been sitting around for me for over about 16, 17 months. And as they mentioned, they already aged it for a year in bourbon barrels before they then blended it together with multiple, it's a blended beer. So they brewed a bunch of different ones in different barrels, blended them together to try to get this kind of, a mixture that kind of meets that middle of the line that they're looking for. So that's a big thing. I don't know if if you guys have talked a lot about or if you know a lot about blended beers, but it's that whole idea of trying to kind of find something that takes the best flavors from a bunch of different batches, so they blend them all together. And so that's what they did with this one. And this is a beautiful, beautiful dark, kind of coffee cola flavored with a nice little head on top. And oh man, I'm excited after smelling this one again. This is going to be delicious. Let's see. Oh wow. Yeah, that is definitely, they are correct in like that. It's actually heavy with the bourbon, but also like equally heavy with the kind of jammy fruit, that like fruity kind of like almost where you feel like you gotta, like it kind of sits on your tongue and you gotta kind of pop it off your tongue a little bit.
In a nice way?
On there.
Or is it too much?
Yeah, it layers on in a nice way. It's not too much. It's kind of almost got that like sticky flavor to it, but like not where, we talk sometimes where things layer on your tongue in a bad way, where it's almost like the example we always give on the show is like when you eat too many. The first few Sour Patch Kids are great, and then after a while it just starts to feel like it's just loaded on your tongue, and like your tongue just feels like rough and heavy, like almost like you had to scrape it off. That's bad layering. This is more where it almost feels like it's like your mouth is like, kind of stuck together with the flavor because it's so powerful, but it's fruity, so it's not like too much. This is awesome. I mean, it's definitely something that you could easily sip on after dinner with like a dessert, like with a nice like chocolate cake or something. Have this, and then finish up with like a nice coffee with maybe a little Bailey's or something in it. But this is dope. I'm excited.
Nice.
Ralphius. Yeah, man.
Ralphius sounds like a character out of like the amazing adventures, the awesome adventures of this planet.
Ralphius, come down and take your medicine, Ralphius.
By the way, so what do you think stars wise or mugs wise? How many?
This is guaranteed a 4. I'm gonna wait to see if it may. I mean, this one could go down if, like you said, if it does kind of layer on too thick. But I don't see that coming. Usually we have a pretty good feeling on whether or not it's one of those where we're like, this could become too much, but right now it's great. This one feels like, if anything, it might actually just go up as I sip on it more and as I kind of let it breathe a little bit more, because it does have a lot of an alcohol taste, more, just as much as the beer. It's got that kind of like, a good bourbon. You want to let it breathe before you drink.
Wish I had more tobacco, to be honest.
This is awesome. This is tremendous. Highly recommend it. I definitely recommend checking out Free Will Brewing in Perkasie, I believe it is, Pennsylvania.
Wait, while yours is not a Tavour beer, you may still want to give out the code for anybody. Oh, you already did that.
Yes, I put that in the room. I didn't get a chance to say it. Yes, so we do have a code. It's 448136, and that's there in the chat if you're checking us out on Twitch. But 448136, and that will get you 10% off your first crate, and it will actually also get us 10% off a crate for the Man Cave. So again, not sponsored or anything. This is just the regular Tavour kind of user's code. But if we can help you out, then we'd love for you to check it out. And there's no, it's not like a subscription or anything like that. You can buy one crate and then never buy again, or you can go 6 months before you even get your first crate after you sign up, or you can get one every single month. It's up to you. But it's a really nice way to check out beers that you're probably going to have a really hard time getting any other way.
Dope. And so before I finish walking down this hallway, I do want to shout out, maybe this is probably a first for our show as well. The other thing is, it's been a long day for both of us. We were talking about this. We were about to sip some great alcohol. And again, with the stuff we picked, like you called it, right? Like, there's no way this was going to fall. What they contained, there's very little chance that it was going to fall down like to a, to not being appreciated. Right. I think these are going to get good scores. So mine is like, if you compare it against other ones that are like, barley wine, barrel aged in bourbon barrels with a high ABV, it may not have done as well. But overall, I'm like, try this one because it's fucking right, everything I like. So I'd be telling me, try it if you like what I like. But anyway, the other thing that we did for this show is, and this will be our first one, is I brewed a little pot of coffee on some new coffee that I just got recently that somebody put me onto. So it'll be our first coffee of the show.
Nice.
So I got this coffee called Valhalla Java.
Oh.
And
sounds like an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, Valhalla Java or something like that Thor knows about. It's actually called the Odin Force Blend. So Odin Force, all one word, and it's like really strong coffee. It said it's forged from volcanic soils of Indonesia and nutrient-rich soils of Central and South America. So they blended those together. And it's been carefully crafted for the world's most powerful guitarist, according to this, Zakk Wylde. And maximum flavor, high caffeine content. It'll bring you back from the nights you thought you'd never wake up from. Do you bleed black? So this was actually, I've had this before, and I've enjoyed it enough to say, like, I actually feel bad about putting creamer or milk in this, so I drink it straight up black with one packet of stevia.
Nice.
So it's like, you get a good glass of bourbon, you're not fucking putting, like mixing that shit with anything, right?
Right.
Even putting water in it seems inappropriate. Maybe an ice cube is necessary, but...
Yeah, those when it's a really good one, that's when you usually try to get those the what's it called, the bourbon blocks, you know what I mean, the bourbon cubes, the ones that you just throw those cubes in your freezer and they just get super cold. Yeah, the stones, that's it. Yeah, I don't know, I couldn't think of that word already. 2 sips in, I'm already like, what's that word? But
well, they're not always stones, to be fair. So I think you picked the appropriate word, stones.
But yeah, those are good for that, right? Because there are a lot of times where with a nice glass of bourbon, you actually do like ice cubes in it, right? Because you want it to kind of like filter out a little bit and get cut the bourbon a little bit and get a nice little flavor to it, which is usually why people, we have those the craft ice cubes, right? The big ones, because they don't melt completely. They just kind of sift off a little bit, which is really cool. And then when you get a really, really good one, like, if you get like a bottle of Blanton's or something like that, where you're like, I'm not fucking watering this shit down no matter what, that's where either, you're just going to do that neat, or you might even just throw in, like you said, those stones and keep it nice and cold without actually diluting it. So it's a good way to connect back our love for alcohol to our love and need for coffee.
Yeah, dude, like and I'm really glad that you acknowledged that, like, too many people nowadays are like or too many people, they want to be tough guys and they think they're being connoisseurs, like, I don't want to pollute my alcohol with water. But there are times when putting an ice cube in there, cut it just right to actually bring out the flavor and make it better. So
absolutely. That's actually a rookie move, is if you're just straight up like, if you just think that ice cubes are ruining it. It's like it's like somebody who has just enough information to be dangerous, but not enough to know what the fuck they're talking about.
Exactly.
Is not always a good thing. So yes, if you're out there and you think it's bad, now putting in like ice cube chips in it, that's probably not a great deal. Like crushed ice cube is probably not great, because that's going to melt almost immediately, and that might, just dilute it too much. But putting in like a solid, like a snowball sized like craft ice cube, which, by the way, we're in the market for a new fridge, and we were looking at, a buddy of mine just got, and I am very jealous of things that people have that I don't have. And so he mentioned he has one that actually it's got its regular ice cube maker, and then there's a second ice cube maker that just makes those craft ice cube balls.
Oh, nice.
And the cool thing about it is you can set it to basically say, like, look, like, I want you to make like 12 a day, recognizing that they're not going to be like super pure, so they're going to be like a little cloudy or whatever, but it's going to pump them out for you. Or you can be like, I just want like 6 a day, but they literally are like, you're looking through it like a telescope. It looks like a lens. I mean, it's completely clear, and it just takes a lot longer for it to make them. But it's like perfect ice straight through with nothing. And I was like, that's pretty dope. Yeah. Like, I know that means that I'm an alcoholic, and I'm fine with it, but I love that that's a key reason why I'm looking at buying this refrigerator, is so that I can get these amazing craft ice cubes to use for my liquor.
That's dope. Was it a Sub-Zero fridge?
No excuse not to binge read.
That's what it was?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's funny because we were just having Mork, who does our, who does our, for the listeners, who does our Man Cave at Midnight series, which is our breakdown of Netflix's Midnight Mass series. He just bought himself. He spent like a few G's on a new fridge. And he was going on about, like, it's smart enabled and whatever. It was like $1,000 off and the deal he finagled over at Lowe's and all that shit. And I remember another one of my fraternity brothers, who knows about very fine shit like that, jumped in there and was like, bro, if you're gonna spend that much money on like a fucking on one of these like LG fridges or whatever it is, you might as well just go for the fucking Sub-Zero. And they're like, it's one of the best investments. Like, several other people chimed in the chat too. One of the best investments they've made.
No excuse not to.
They've said, like, after like a few years.
That they're named after a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah, that's exactly what they named after. It actually says, "Get over here." No,
Sub-Zero wins. No, that would be the Scorpion fridge, which is a totally different fridge. Also cool though.
it's just the Sub-Zero one wasn't as recognizable, so I was just like, I just went for
really
it. I went for the comedic effect.
I like it. Hey, I like it. No, see, the problem is if you get one of those, if you get one of each of those in your house, they will definitely fight to the death, and it's a problem. So you don't want that. You got to at least keep them on different floors.
This, by the way, so now you guys have hopefully, while you've been paying attention to our banner, I've also been paying attention to the stuff. I'm looking around the room and clicking. This letter we've read before, right? This is coming from the
yes,
Brody.
But Brody, yes. I was about to say Baker, but yes, Brody is much better. Yeah, he's very cool. We were a big fan of that dude.
Yep. So I guess them including the letter in here again is a reminder to take heed of the things he's saying. When you get to Mexico, keep a low profile until you meet people you can truly rely on. And yeah, dead cop. Right. Yeah. That's like, if you were wondering again, that's where we learn. Remember, we were wondering in the last episode, hey, did that cop actually die? And
was he dead or not? Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Homeboy's in his tent. Daniel's lair.
Nice work, Daniel.
And I think we also found, I think they confirmed, but I might be incorrect, that they confirmed that when he was watching on TV, remember when he found out that his dad was dead, it said, I think that if you look up at the screen, it says officer dead and local man dead during blah, 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 whatever. But I don't think they ever explicitly said it. Is like you just had to see it on the screen, which again, some of the cool stuff that these guys do in kind of all these Life is Strange, Don't Nod games, that the idea of sometimes it's just the ambient knowledge you pick up by just exploring the world is way cooler than it being explicitly told to you, because that's not the way the world normally works, right? Like normally things aren't like, it's not a person shouting at you like all the facts you need to know about life. It's usually you just kind of, you pick up things, you notice things, you see things on the, hear it on the radio or the TV, or you read a newspaper or whatever it might be. And they do a really good job of more like, show, don't tell, which I'm a big fan of that way of storytelling.
Make the pizza fly to us.
Absolutely. So I read this before, but now we can actually discuss it. I don't think I want to discuss it right now. He just said he's hungry. So there is a grill outside. See if I could go fuck with that a little bit. No, it's not letting me walk out that way. So let's see. Hungry. The dad picture. Those are all cool, but he said he's hungry. So what the fuck? This is my stuff that I kept. That's his stuff in the...
How you doing, Mushroom?
I can't go in this door.
You're the best puppy in the world.
So I guess we have to have talks, because
I'm just glad we found you.
There's no other options. So...
By the way, also I just wanted to throw out that as I've sipped on this for a little bit, the that kind of the jammy fruit aspect of it, the more like fruity aspect, is kind of getting stronger, which is awesome, because it's almost now like it's got like that sweetness up front and the bourbon on the back end, which is mixing very well with, obviously it also being a stout, so it's got the stouty, kind of beer flavor to it. But this may creep up and move more into the 5 spot as I drink more of this, because this is really, really, really good.
Ravioli or ravioli?
Okay.
So tired
mine is probably holding tight at a 4 right now. Again, it's just like a formula of stuff that is gonna make me like it, but there's nothing crazy about it. And the dates are definitely coming out more now that I'm drinking a little more, which is nice. It gives it a little sweetness at the end, which I really like. Okay, so let's see. I looked at the food, and what am I supposed to do with it now?
So tired of eating the same shit.
Okay, but he's got to fucking eat, though.
I just want one slice of pizza. There was a little bit left when we came.
So you had some scotch.
But
you devil, you.
Helps staying warm.
It does help stay warm.
How you doing, Mushroom?
Shoot.
Is Mushrooms bowl?
Poor doggy's out of water.
Okay, I gotta get him water. My coat.
We scored with these clothes.
Cool. But,
Plus 5 street cred.
Fuck. It's not letting me. All right, hold on. Remember, he said I wanted something stronger. That's the I want. We know what he wants. So, I mean, I got fucking food there for him.
I like what a nerd, though, by the way, that he's like, this outfit gave me +5 street cred.
Oh,
like
right.
He's playing Dungeons and Dragons, which, by the way, we're super down with that. As if you may not know, we do a live from the MCU, which is our little live version we're doing of a Marvel D&D campaign. So.
Oh yeah, we gotta get back to that show too.
We do have to. Yes, that is long overdue.
So I gotta fucking find a pan now, which just I don't see a pan anywhere in his fucking house. Man. Alright, let's see. Dog's out of water. There's all kinds of shit fucking Sean has to take care of, man. There's a fucking broom.
Yeah,
that's not gonna help me with the fucking... I gotta heat this shit up, but with a pan. And I haven't seen it, unless the pan is in the bathroom. So, sorry if you're watching this and getting annoyed with the shit I'm not doing here. Oh, that's a nasty cough he's got. Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Daniel needs to eat something after all that psychic crap.
Alright.
Oh, it's warming up. Feels so good.
Let's prepare his meal.
I wish we had a big fireplace. Like in Seattle. Remember?
Of course I
So they basically have their little, like,
You always got sick on
little
s'mores.
kitchen setup and everything
Yeah,
draining out in the bathroom.
I missed that time.
Which, they're pretty lucky, actually, all things considered, that they were able to find this place.
Nah, it's not ready yet.
Just says that early on.
I'm a ravioli expert now.
What'd you say?
I said he actually says that when he like walks into the house.
Right, when they first get it, yeah, it's like, it's pretty impressive. Like, when you start walking around in here, you're like, I
in
mean,
no time if you keep
this kind of has everything that you need to survive.
Well,
like, you know, if you're just trying to literally just survive, right? I mean, it has...
I wonder if there's anyone else like
It has pretty much everything that they lucked into, which is pretty
we
good.
know it by now.
A real Walking Dead appeal to it.
Yes, definitely. There actually, this feels more like if it had been made by Telltale, you'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, you're just doing you're taking some of your learnings from your Walking Dead game, right? Like this feels like okay, we're just gonna hide out in here. The only difference is you wouldn't leave the windows open. You'd cover all that shit up so they don't see you.
I miss him so much, it hurts, Sean.
This right here is gonna be heart-wrenching a little bit.
It's okay to think about it.
Yes.
Am I following this kid in the bathroom, or?
I do it too.
Okay.
What? The dog follows him in the bathroom? He's going, oh.
Okay, dinner's ready.
It's pretty funny. He just Stranger Things you. He 11'd you with the door. He's like,
Yep. That's exactly 3 inches.
Getting sick of that.
Love that scene. It's the best. Hopper's the best.
That was spaghetti alla Diaz. Didn't you taste the famous truffle sauce?
Yep. Plus, I love the garlic bread. And ice cream. Yum. Ooh. You want some
Bad
too?
when you're imagining extra food.
Mushroom?
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty rough. That shit would not work on me. I'd just be like, now I'm twice as hungry, you motherfucker. Why'd you have to bring up ice cream?
Yeah, that's a lot of food to give that dog. Holy shit.
She loves this stuff.
Yeah, that's insane. That's basically a full plate of food. He's just like, cool, I'm just gonna give it to the dog.
Needs to get to the hospital, man. That cough is not sound good.
Sorry.
That sounds like walking pneumonia. That shit doesn't just cure itself.
Hold on.
Yeah, no.
I need to show you something.
He's straight like hacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta show him the map. I think I left it with my books.
Well, we can look at that.
Kinda reminds me of Dad's cheesy posters.
Case closed, 22.
Nothing here.
What?
Daniel, what did you do with the map?
What do you mean?
You know
It's
what
a
I
bad
mean.
name for a movie, by
Where's
the
the
way.
map that was with my stuff?
Oh, this map. It's in my tent. Sorry, Sean.
So wait, what did he say? He said I got to show you something,
Yeah.
and now you just got to stumble around and find the thing that
Yeah,
you're
it's
trying to
it's
show
a
him?
map, and
Right.
he's like,
No way I'm
what
touching
the
that.
fuck? That is creepy.
Shroom, I can't get mad at you.
It's horrifying.
Stop being so damn cute.
Oh, I guess I gotta move him.
Okay, come on, doggy. Let's go, girl.
Mushroom's
Stop being
pretty
annoying.
cute.
I'm gonna insist.
After all I've done for you, really? Shroom. Okay, Mushroom.
You're gonna piss me off, Mushroom.
Thank you.
Come on, Mushroom.
I get it. You're the boss.
You're not going to Daniel on it yet?
I could do a super cool
Have
manga
to.
about Daniel.
Yeah.
Here it is. For fuck's sake. Time to play dad talk.
It's a good picture. He's a really good artist.
Man, I miss listening to music so fucking much.
You know, it's like this
Daniel loves his
is one of the
brand
few
new
things in
tablet.
these types of games that I don't like in adventure games. Like I like the idea of, you know, when it's like, oh, I have to do something,
There's someone at the door.
and your character doesn't
What
know
the-
what to do just
When
as
did he
much
show
as you
up?
don't, right? So
I
you're
don't
helping
know.
the character
Mother-
kind of figure it out. You know what I mean?
Daniel!
But when they do the things like that, where he's like, hey, I have something I have to show you. And then he just walks away, and you're like, well, motherfucker, if you know what you need to show him, then just show him. Like,
You
why
out of your mind?
why am I now having you
Come
wander
on.
around
Don't be such a
looking for the
pussy.
thing that you clearly know you want to
Don't
show
you
him?
think your power can be put
Like,
to a better use?
It just, it's a little, like, you know what I mean? It's like, it just doesn't make sense.
I think it's they want to make you work for it. If it was just straight sit
Right.
here
Okay.
and watch the video game, like after a while,
Of course.
yeah.
It's
But
time for us
in
to
this case, like, I feel like there would be more if he's just
Not
like,
getting
oh, there's something I want to show you, but shit, I don't know where it
We're
went.
almost out of
Like, it got
supplies.
lost or whatever. Like, then you're like, okay, yeah, he's looking for it also, and so am I. But when it's like, hey, I want to show you this thing,
Yeah, a
and
bad
then,
cop
because then
won't
it creates
go
this
away.
feeling where you're like, the character knows what he's trying to do,
Trust
but
me,
I
Daniel.
don't, and so now I'm just having him stupidly wander around the room, bumping into things, while I'm trying to find the thing that he supposedly already knows where it is. It's like, it's that weird disconnect that
What's
sometimes
that?
they don't nail.
That's right.
Oh, well, so in this case, I actually do think they did it well because when he's
grandparents-
walking over to the room, he goes, "Oh, I put it with my stuff."
So what?
So I was just
So we
over
can
there,
go
and so
there
that's
and-
why I went to his stuff first. And then he was like, "Oh shit,
Probably
it's
help
not
us.
there. Hey, Daniel, have you seen
Gotcha.
it?"
Okay.
Force us
I
to
did miss.
run.
Okay, I missed the part that I didn't see when he said I put it. Okay, that's
What
pretty
if
cool
they-
then. All right, so it was one of those
like-
things where it moved, like it got moved. Somebody obviously, like Daniel took it,
Family,
moved it
right?
somewhere. Okay,
Right.
that
Plus
makes
they
sense.
always forward
Gotcha.
care.
Fucking Daniel over there, fucking playing jokes on us with the fucking fake person at the door. That's uncalled
you
for.
sure?
Yeah, that was pretty terrifying
It'd be
for a
cool to
second.
spend
You're
Christmas
like, the
without
fuck, man.
grandparents.
I really was like, "Oh,
Man.
what the fuck?"
They're gonna love you.
Yeah, that's a bit of a jump
Grandpa's
scare
super
moment,
cool.
which I kind of like that.
I'm sure you guys will.
But
be
it just
best
means
buds.
also Daniel is like
Well-
not quite getting the fucking gravity of the situation because he's
But-
like,
I'll show my
hey,
children, too.
we're like on the run for murder. What if I fuck
What
with
do
you
you
and
say?
make you think that somebody's about to catch us? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like, no, dumbass.
Okay,
It's like
wait.
the opposite of
Come on.
hilarious.
Yeah, and in most
better.
cases, you see, I've been playing this like
You have a
I'm
long
being
way.
cool about a lot of shit because I don't want to upset him. He's been through a lot.
We should do something
But
fun for
nah,
our
that
last
kind
night.
of shit I gotta shut down
How about a
immediately.
game of dice?
If you start fucking putting me in situations
win,
where I think I have to like
I get to
react
draw
real
on
quick.
your backpack.
You know I'm gonna win. and
What if I
draw
would have
a
like
dick on
went
your
for like the
back, right?
pan and grabbed it and threw it at the
I
window?
don't think so.
Right.
Casey.
And now you're totally fucked because now the glass is busted and it's getting colder and there's glass all over the place because fucking dumbass Daniel thought it'd
Yeah.
be funny to fuck around.
Yeah, way to go, kid. So you gotta-
What a
sometimes you gotta. I
dumbass.
mean, sometimes love is putting somebody in their place, right?
Honestly, I would have been pissed even if you weren't being chased by the cops if my kids did that shit. I'd be like, now I'm gonna have to ground you and you're fucked for the next 3 days.
So they made this game called Tiger or Pirate, some
Here we
pirate
go.
game.
Just need
Looks pretty dope.
Pretty cool.
5 and
Yeah. Oh yeah, wait, we learned about this because we read about it in
Come
Part
on.
A.
Yep.
I need a ship.
All right,
They
so,
they had already played it. Yeah, they had already made it.
so I rolled a 4, right? And so you need a 4, a 5, and a 6 before you can start filling the ship.
Okay. Give me a 6.
Now I wonder how much. Like I don't remember when I
Still
played
no
this.
shit.
Like if I got like the same shit you did, or if there are things that are, you know what I mean, like random elements to it or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
Both
it's-
ship and cargo.
Is it like a predetermined thing that they're like, we just got to go through? Because like part of this actually feels somewhat like I remember like she still didn't get a shit. Like I kind of remember that shit.
I have a
So I
crew
wonder
now.
if it's just like
Here
the
comes
same
the
thing,
loot.
and now you get to. This is where the change happens. Is do you use
High
things in the
score.
right spots as different things or whatever? But it looks like those are your only options.
Yeah. So I don't know if you got the
Doesn't
same
look like
dice
you
before.
have different. Yeah.
And then
Which again,
Better than
totally
nothing.
fine because the point of this game is
Good luck
this is
beating
similar to
that,
again we've talked
baby.
about this like with
Don't worry
Telltale
about
games.
that.
Telltale games mostly all come back to the regression of the
dice are
mean,
yours.
right? Everything happens the same way at the end for everybody. It's the interstitial moments that are different, right? That make it feel like it's your own game.
right.
Nice.
And what Telltale and Don't Nod do very well is creating these moments where you feel like, oh shit, that was my game and that was epic when this thing happened. Even if that's the thing that happens to everybody, it makes it feel special because they do it in such a way where, you know, there's gameplay involved, and so, you know, you feel while you're playing it, even if after, you know, if it falls apart when you go talk to your friend and they say, oh, the same thing happened to me, the cool part is while you're playing it,
Good throw.
you feel like, oh shit, that was amazing that the last minute I got that one dice roll to work in my favor and I won that game. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of a cool way to tell a story without having to really
Pretty
build
good.
in all the potential, like, you know, potential
Okay.
options that could happen. And
go
do you
now.
lose the game? Do you win the game? Do you barely win? Do you win by a lot? Like all those things become like probably a lot of work for them to try to figure out.
Give me the same.
So sometimes it's easier to just make it
complete
feel
ship.
make it feel real, even if it's kind of, you know, it's masked within the game itself.
Okay, so rules was I get a 4, 5, and 6 in the
I
same
wonder what
throw.
we would
I
have
can't
done if we didn't find these dice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
fill the boat.
Probably read all these
Yeah,
books.
because like you need the ship, the captain, and the
Boring.
loot, or the crew.
The crew.
It's the ship, captain,
Remember
crew,
that
and then
time
you can
Dad
use the white
just-
ones as
You
loot, I
mean
believe, right?
We beat that.
Like whatever's
Yeah.
left once you
He
fill in,
did
I
help
think, everything else.
distract them.
Absolutely.
I bet he would have liked this game.
They just made that shit up with the dice. That's pretty cool, man.
He was a great.
It's
boy.
great. Like this feels exactly like
Just
something
like
that
us.
like
Captain
I used to do
Diaz,
all the
King
time,
of the
you know,
Sea.
and like you do, like if you have a good imagination and you have a couple of fucking dice or playing cards around or whatever, you're like, what if we didn't
Ship,
play
Captain,
like a
and-
regular adult game, but we made this awesome game with fucking pirates and shit? I'm like super down with this part of the game.
And when we were kids, we made a really cool game where you would lay on your stomach
Do you
on
know
a
what it
skateboard,
means?
right?
Yeah,
And then everybody
okay.
would race down a hill that was kind of pretty steep. It was like
Here's my bag.
it was a driveway area in the apartment complex we lived in.
Let's see.
And you had to get to the bottom of the hill, fucking flying down there, and first guy to touch the curb at the bottom of the hill
Here,
on
what do
his
you
stomach
think?
on a skateboard won. Yeah, and along the way we were like literally like
mushroom?
elbowing each other,
Yes.
kicking each other off our
I know,
skateboards.
I'm not
People were falling
So you're
onto
playing
fucking
Road Rash.
driveway, that
Nice.
fucking yourself up. Exactly, all
really
kinds of
cool.
road
Right.
rash. And then the winner even got a nice beating because you'd hit the fucking curb at full
let's do
speed. So
another one?
it's good games like that.
Oh man, that was awesome.
Yeah,
So how many
okay.
kids died playing that game?
I'm gonna beat
No
you
deaths. A lot of
Wow,
injuries, but no
surprising.
deaths.
Okay,
Let's make
that's
it
interesting.
Okay.
Don't try this at home.
Right, definitely don't do what we did. So
We'll have a console?
the thing about this too, this moment is cool because like to the story you just told, like
Sorry.
these are the
Oh,
moments
baby.
that kind of
I like playing dice. and
sell
stuff,
their
too.
relationship, right?
Whoa.
Like this
Damn,
game
nerd.
is like the thing where you're like, yeah, there's plenty of shit they do.
It's nice for a change.
Like, oh, I have to make a meal for him and
I
stuff
still
like that,
want
and
my
that
play
stuff's
doh.
also important because it
Yeah.
shows like how he cares about him as an older brother and all that. But like, those are like survival things. This is like the how can I make his life not feel miserable? And obviously, part of it he's doing it for himself too, right? To not like because he's not, you know, we're in our head we feel like he's a grown up and the kid's the kid, but and that his little brother's a little kid, but he's still a kid too. He's in high school, so it's like it's a way to try to like feel normal and to really try to take their mind off what they're going through, and it is kind of a you know, it's a beautiful moment in those little moments where they tell this relationship between these two characters, you know, these two brothers. I thought this was really well done.
Well,
absolutely. By the way, I'm getting the hang of this game. But I can tell now, this time I knew enough to like, oh, I have another roll left, so now I can go for bigger numbers than the threes.
Exactly. Nice.
I didn't really think that through the first time.
Yeah, but and then the kid beat me. Re-roll.
Yeah, well, yeah, you. Yeah, so damn, this kid's got a ship right off the jump.
I need a captain. Come on.
And you can't put a 4 down before you get a 5, I think, is what I also figured out now.
Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Something.
He needs that 5.
Anything. I don't want to get a full ship.
5. He's got a 5. No full ship. That means I win. Oh, yeah. If he asks me to play again, I'm going to do it.
My turn now.
Wait, I'm back?
Ready to lose.
Be ready to lose.
Give me the same. Okay. Got a ship.
Ship.
It's better than nothing.
This is a pretty cool game, bro. I would fucking play this.
You want to play this?
Yeah, we should, right? We gotta find a way to man cave trick this shit out and like do it on a podcast.
Come on, 5.
We really should figure out this would be dope.
We can play it in Discord. I bet you.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there's options for dice rolling in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do for Live in the Man Cave, or MCU, I mean. So all we need is to draw a really cool fucking pizza box board like that with a ship on it, and then we're good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think we should alter it a little bit for the show, and maybe we throw some kind of entertainment references
Full
in
ship
there.
and cargo.
Right.
Oh, and 2 6s for the cargo. I think I'm win this one,
You
bro.
just lucked out.
I think I'm winning this shit.
Fill the holes.
Fill 'em.
Told you I win.
Haha, what do you think about that, Daniel?
So, let's do another
Little
one?
asshole.
All right, I think best out of 3. I gotta give him best out of 3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready to lose again? It's getting late, though. So let's make it short.
So I'm gonna beat his ass fast. All right, let's go.
Cool. Give me the same.
I like how quickly you fucking like knock this game down.
Yeah.
I need a ship.
Damn it.
Too bad.
This little fucker's celebrating now.
Still incomplete? Jeez.
Sounds like a no score.
Yeah, that sounds like a no score for real. He's not playing.
This is my last chance. Don't fail me. Yes.
Fill the
Full
boat.
ship and cargo. What are you gonna do?
You just lucked out.
Hey. Pretty
It's
good
not a lot.
loot.
Those aren't great dice. That loot, 5, 4, and a 1. I think this kid can
Right.
beat me. I'm waiting for him to use his powers illicitly.
The dice are.
I know. So the more we watch this, though, I am starting to believe that, like, yeah, this shit could just go any different way, because you could also fuck up by picking the wrong die first
Oh, no 6 for him.
and blowing your choice, you know, blowing your chance, right? You know,
Right.
so
I
so
bet
the
you
more
one of
now
the
that
things
I'm-
at the end, you'll be like, you'll
Ship,
notice it'll be like,
captain,
win the game against Daniel or don't, you know?
right.
I need the score now. Pretty please.
Wait, didn't he make? Oh, he didn't make a 4.
Cool.
Oh, he has a 4. He has the cargo hold. I thought.
Ship captain and crew.
That's just got 5, 5, 3. He beat me.
Ah, pretty good.
Yeah, 13 to 8. Are we playing one another round? Okay. Let's see. Who's gonna win the best out of 3 here?
Come on.
Damn.
We
No
need a ship.
6. Fuck.
Too bad.
Sorry, viewers. I can't
Still
pass this
incomplete?
option up. I gotta fucking.
Jeez.
Sounds like a no
Super
score.
fun for everyone watching at home to be like, oh, cool, I get to watch the 9th game of fucking
I just need
ship.
a crew.
What is this called? Pirates what?
Good to go.
Pirate ship. Wait, why did he fill the? Oh, the 5 is filled. Okay, cool.
This is my last
Pirate ship. I
chance.
think it's a pirate's booty or some
Don't
pirate's booty. I think it's called milk
Yeah.
on the booty, actually.
I was just about to say that. Fuck you.
The dice,
So,
of course.
if you're not watching our podcast or
Pirates
listening to our
on the
podcast,
booty.
you need to go back and find Milk on the Booty, which you can find at
Got a ship.
www.livemancave.com.
You may be upset that you found it, but you should probably find it.
That was an epic episode.
It was. It's a hell of a fucking episode, man.
Something. Anything. I don't want to get a full shake.
Now, I am saying, by the way, after having this for a little while, this is definitely a 4.
It's too much now. It's been overloaded.
It's not that it's too much. It's just the right amount. Like 5 again has to be like, dude, buy this every fucking time. You know, get this every single time you see it. This is the perfect amount for like a you should definitely get this. You should definitely try this. And this would be the kind of thing where like I would periodically go and want to have one, but it's not like a 5 where it's like, yo, every single time I need to have it in my fridge because it's strong. It's like it's a strong flavor. It's got a lot happening in it. It is fucking delicious, but it's like the kind of thing where you probably need like a break, you know, before you go back and dive right into it. So 4 is nothing to, you know, be fucking shitty about it. That's still a really good it's a really good rating.
It's a great score.
But yeah, we don't try to throw around 5s just for the fuck of it, just because sometimes we do get a little excited. We're like, this is amazing, 5, and then we realize like, okay, you know, back. Right, so let me walk it back. So I tend to more now start if something's really good, I at least say, hey, this is going to be a 4. I know that much. Let's just see where it goes from there. Because sometimes 5 takes a little while to like sit on, like you got to linger with it for a little while and see where you feel with it.
Told you I win.
And so yeah, I feel good about this one being a 4 though. It's still really, really good, and I highly like for you, like Jess, guaranteed this would be a like next time if you see it, you should certainly get it at least that one time to have, because you would definitely love it.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
She has to pee.
Damn.
Okay.
I gave him 3, man. I'm not going to let the viewers sit here and watch another 5 rounds of this.
They're going to smoke.
I was going to say, this is...
smells like ass.
I didn't know if this just became the fucking Pirates on the Butte gambling night live from the Man Cave extravaganza.
We can do anything.
Best of 75? Oh, no, Jess. That's probably not a number that works out that you'd play a best of, but it's the first thing that came into my mind.
Could be it's an odd number.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it's an odd number.
I mean, yeah. Did you say it could be an odd number?
No, I said it's an odd number, and then I was like,
oh, I thought you first said it could be an odd number. I was like, yeah, I mean, it
could be. Want to bet on
it? Double or nothing on that one.
But this answers our question. Remember at the beginning of the game, when we first started playing this a long time ago, I was like, is that weed in the cigarettes? Nah.
Yep.
He just smoked cigarettes. Because he said, I wish this was more.
Yes. So, what do you think about this episode so far? Or as we have a quiet moment right now.
Solid character building.
Yep.
Cool. And like you said, it's like... It's a bunch of things that they didn't need to make me walk around and click. They could have just played it, and I could have just watched it. I don't think any of these choices were like game impacting. So if you were reading like a choose your own adventure book, I don't think we've hit anyone yet where it says turn to page 68 or whatever, right?
Right.
Who knows? Maybe
as far as you know, that's also that's also part of the cool thing of this game, right? Is sometimes minor ass shit like, you know, becomes major, and that's kind of the beauty of this game, is the bait and switch of knowing when sometimes things you think are major actually turn out to not be as big a deal as you think, and other times shit that you do that's super minor. I love that, by the way, his attempt to try to be like, motherfucker, let me just check if maybe I have the power too, and he's like, fuck.
Right. I was just saying that, like, he spent his whole time being super supportive of his little brother having these amazing powers, and there's a part of him too that says, fuck, why not me? We share the same genes.
Absolutely. And how many times, by the way, I love that was also all just the fucking, like, that would be the equivalent of if you're watching a TV show, that's like the 10 minutes before they hit the, like, fucking, the bumper for the title screen.
Yes.
I love when they do that. Like, my wife and I love watching movies, or watching shows, and just, like, getting into the bumper for the title, and then trying to be like, wait a minute, okay, without even looking, because we don't even remember what time we turned the show on. How long do you think it was? Like 8 minutes and 32 seconds, or like 7 minutes, cool. and we just try to do like a Price is Right rules on like who's closer, and it's fucking fun because like sometimes you'd be like, oh shit, it was fucking 4 minutes, or sometimes you're like, it was 11 minutes. Actually, I will say right now, the craziest fucking one we've ever seen. We watched the Flight Attendant on HBO.
Oh, I never saw that. Is it worth it?
The first season is unbelievably good. That is like a hands down, I can say without any hesitation. It's like one of the better seasons of like a crazy fucking show that I've seen in probably the last like 5 years. So highly recommend that.
That's high praise.
The second season, that's just started. I'm not sure yet. Like I don't know. So I don't want to say anything about that, but the first episode we just watched, and it's like a 52-minute, something like that, maybe, first episode. It fucking 25 minutes in before they hit the fucking bumper for the opening credits. It was halfway through the fucking show. I've never seen that before, like ever in my entire life. It was fucking wild. So like literally we got to the point where like, oh shit, we just thought they weren't doing that this season because like it hadn't happened for so long.
You said it's episode 1 of the second season?
It's kind of a fun minute. Episode 1 of the second season, yeah.
Okay,
it was
so you
wild.
qualified your response with saying season 1 was amazing. So season 2 not so much?
Well, no, like I said, we've only seen one episode, so I don't want to make a statement either way. Like it's, who knows? It could turn out to be 10 times worse. It could be 10 times better. Like we don't have enough to know yet.
What's going on?
The first season, just because I've obviously seen the entire thing, that I can say without any hesitation that is incredible.
Hey, cool down. It's gonna be okay.
I know, but.
What did you pack in?
Well, I'll definitely keep an eye out for the flight attendant.
Dude,
it's super worth it. It's like
so
definitely.
Is that something I need to include the wife in? Wait for her, or watch on my own?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, she would love it. Yeah, she will definitely love it. I mean, it's also, I don't know if you guys know, but it stars Kelly Cuoco from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I saw her face on the cover. I flipped past it. It was on Netflix, right?
HBO Max.
Okay,
so they plaster it all over. As soon as you load it up, it's like one of the first things that show.
I was like, I don't know enough about this, and just because it has the girl from that Big Bang Theory, I wasn't a big fan of that show.
Exactly, same thing. So like, I will say this: I did not like. I've literally never seen that show from like beginning to end episode. Like I've seen bits and pieces from like commercials and whatever, but I've never seen a full episode, and it doesn't interest me at all. So therefore, I had no thoughts on her either way. That first season, I was like, holy fuck, she is an incredible actress. Like, she's so good. It's crazy. And it's like the polar opposite of everything about what you see in Big Bang Theory, about that being like kind of a cheesy comedy, whatever, like a sitcom, like laugh track and all that kind of bullshit. This is like totally not that. It's the other end of the spectrum, and they let her fucking just act. Like like they just say like, go do it. Here's the shit you have to do. Be this crazy, like wild character, and just like go fucking act as much as you want to, and she fucking does, and it's brilliant. I mean, it's incredible. So I highly recommend that show.
Daniel.
Nice.
Hey,
yo, by the way, you know what's fucking weird?
Watch that shit. By the way, if
I haven't seen it by the time. Okay.
Yes, next time we get a chance, that will be one that I will.
We owe hey, once we're done episode 33, 34 has to be a watch that shit. So because we've still got some in the queue after we played that whole White Elephant game with the movies. That was really cool. I'm willing to take advantage of that. All right, I can't wait to take advantage of that. Wait, so I left my pack in the house. Hopefully that wasn't too bad here. Too bad of a decision. Fucking Daniel has disappeared now, so what the fuck? He went with the dog, so I would hear mushroom.
DBD, man. DBD, Daniel being Daniel.
I thought you were saying
we had
Dead by
a 2-day
Daylight.
walk ahead of us.
No.
Like, oh shit, that's what this turns into?
That would be amazing. He just reminds me sometimes of like Manny Ramirez, like Manny being Manny. How you're just like, he just says crazy ass shit for no reason, and everyone just loves him. That's how I feel about Danny sometimes. You're like, Daniel, come on, man. You just fucking, like, you do know the gravity of the situation we're in. You just fucking ran off and just like fuck it, I'm gonna go with the dog. We're good.
Right now, this reminds me of Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Jason.
Except not nearly as poorly acted, by the way.
What the? Oh, wait a minute.
We have to.
That's
leave.
not fucking good.
What the fuck happened here?
No. Oh shit! Don't tell me this is a real Jason moment.
Dude, what are you doing?
Oh shit! That's.
I do like how
that's not good.
He doesn't fuck around. He just immediately is like, the fuck. Like they don't try to like fuck around with like language and shit.
I don't know. Was I allowed to bring my pack? Because I put the canteens in the pack, and I don't.
The writing again, by the way. Like, what do you think about the writing in terms of like the way he speaks and Daniel speaks and all that?
Daniel?
Is that a cougar? Oh shit! It killed. Daniel. Oh, it killed Mushroom.
It killed her. She was my friend.
Calm down, okay? Listen.
Leave me alone. No.
Oh, that cat is pissed. Yeah, I'm gonna not intervene.
You killed my dog.
I'm not fucking with this kid in the middle. Like, I feel like if I get in the middle of that, that's gonna turn out badly.
Fuck. Daniel.
Yeah, cougar kind of deserved it. I'm not gonna lie. Mountain lion, cougar, whatever it is.
Happened. What's happening to me?
Shh.
Did you just break its neck?
Yeah.
You just wanted to protect us.
I honestly don't feel bad for the cougar.
Holy shit.
Figure it out.
That's some balls.
Oh, poor Mushroom.
Yeah, Mushroom's adorable. That's what I was trying to... I didn't realize how quickly... I forgot how quickly you got to that scene. I was trying to figure out, like, get a vibe on how they developed the relationship between the three of them in this sequence. Because I loved that little dog. I thought it was just so cute. Shouldn't do a whole lot, but she is incredibly cute and incredibly well developed as.
Yeah, they wrote her into a story very well as a character that they made you care about in a short amount of time through the other characters, right? Just like by seeing how much she meant to Daniel, and then how they even came on her. Like it was like, yo, you saved her from the gas station and those fucking horrible racist people that who knows.
Shitty, yep.
Yeah, I mean, but then you brought her into a situation where she got killed. All of that, like, that's all those feelings, all that subtext, and it's like they're not dwelling on it. They're not going into it and like writing some shitty script where they're like, let me tell you exactly how I feel and exactly why, and you know.
No, you just get to witness it, which is that's the best kind of storytelling. Yeah, and that's why they do such a good job in this game, because, like we said before, you know, you see things through environmental storytelling, through interactional storytelling, you know, the way they're interacting with the dog. You realize, oh, well, they care a lot about her. I don't need to see her do things that they care about. Just seeing them care about her and like play with her in the house and like feeding her and stuff, all that stuff makes you realize like how cool she was and how much they cared about her, and therefore you as the game, you know, as the game player, care about her. So that moment isn't because that moment's only impactful if you give a shit about Mushroom, right?
Right.
Like, otherwise you're like, whatever, man. I'll click A or B. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. But like your decision to fucking let him straight, you know, murk that fucking like mountain lion matters because you've seen how much the family cares, or these, you know, the brother and the two brothers care about her. I just thought it was well told.
Did you intervene, by the way? Or did you let him do his thing?
I did. I intervened.
Was it different?
Yeah. No, you definitely you walk in, stop him, and the lion's just like pieces out.
Sean.
Like you kind of scare her.
Well, part of me was like, no, fuck that. That mountain lion is...
You like, yeah, you jump in and you kind of do the like wave your hands thing.
Oh, fuck. What did he ask him? I missed that. God damn it. Oh, tell me what.
You won't be forgotten. I can tell you. Yeah, I'll tell you. You won't be forgotten, Sean. He says, "Do you think she's up in heaven?"
Absolutely. Yeah.
With Dad.
Yeah. She's at the Rainbow Bridge. If you want to get technical about it. I know about these things, Craig Mack.
Yes, you do. Wait. I know you do. I'm proud of you, man.
What about his allergies?
There's no allergies in heaven, and I know.
There's no allergies up there. He'll be fine.
By the way, I said that before he said it on my screen. I just knew that was the answer. I'm starting the Church of Jest, by the way. If any of you want to donate,
we should go.
We'll throw that information up in the chat too. It's tax free for me.
Sean. I'm sorry I killed the cat.
Oh shit!
Why are you sorry? Don't be sorry. Seriously, fuck that cat. I hope there's an option that says "fuck that cat."
I know.
Can we get a T-shirt that says
"fuck that cat"?
Why sorry, fuck that cat. Not on the back.
Yeah, live in the game. Exactly. That's what I really wish I had an option to say. Man, fuck that cat.
Fuck that cat.
Yo, by the way, we've talked about the importance of pouring beer into like glasses to really maximize the taste.
Yes.
But in this case, something I missed out on. So there was a little bit left in the bottle, right? You go to sip the bottle, and there's like a crust of like sugar at the top of the bottle, which was amazing. So I got that little bit of bourbon taste with like a little fucking. It felt like a margarita glass sugar, like when they put sugar on a margarita instead of like instead of salt.
You're right. That sounds delicious.
Boss that they did that. That almost makes me want to kick it up, but it's already at a 4. That's as far as this one's gonna go, I think.
Yeah.
Oh look, it's the snowman from the fucking from the Awesome Adventures. But some more. Yeah, I think this snowman could beat the other snowman. Actually, that looks like a boss ass fucking. So it's got 2 heads.
Oh, he looks like a fucking paddock. Look how many snowman heads he's got around him.
No, so those are not the heads. Yeah, exactly. He murdered other snowmen, took their heads.
All those snowmen, yeah. That's
and he loads. Probably one of those 2 heads is not his. He just added it.
Right.
That's a much better snowman than the one that little fucking kid.
That snowman's a fucking baller. Yeah, he's a fucking ass.
What was it, Captain Strange or whatever the
Captain
fuck?
Spirit. Captain Spirit.
There you go. I was like Doctor Strange's
Captain
kid.
Strange?
Captain Strange. Doctor Strange's kid, Captain Strange.
He didn't go all the way to get his doctorate, but he did enter the army.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so now he
got commissioned.
He's like, "Come on, Dad, I'm a captain." Well, I'm a doctor, son.
One of them was a doctor, but this one got commissioned as Lieutenant Strange, and then worked his way to captain.
Worked his way up to captain.
Yeah. Through Battlefield Heroics against.
I do like the
what's the name of your beer?
Backstory.
Against Battlefield Heroics against Ralpheus. That's what it was. These 2 should have. It would be great if they actually found
tennis. That'd be a
tennis.
Great name for a beer, by the way. Battlefield Heroics against Ralpheus. I would buy that beer instantly if I saw it.
Shit, Battlefield Heroics. You had me at Battlefield Heroics.
Commendation for Battlefield Heroics against Ralpheus.
Oh, that's awesome. Fucking Bronze Star Ralpheus. The whole Bronze Star series, and this one's Bronze Star Ralpheus. For Battlefield Heroics against Ralpheus. And then we got to come up with other villains. They should just put we should just start a beer naming empire. We don't even actually have to know how to brew. You just hire us to pick fucking cool names for your beer. Right. And then that's the dream, Craig Mack. At that point, we have accomplished everything we need to in life. We can take our families, move to like a little town in South America somewhere, like a fishing village, and just retire, live on the fucking beach.
Is that where you want to retire to?
Yeah, a little fishing village in South America would be awesome. With our American money, of course.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, hey, we get to bring our money.
Yeah, of course, you have to. You don't just retire there. Like, you got to bring American money down there, and then you can live out on the beach. Like, fucking $100,000 goes a long fucking way down there.
Because I got a little nervous. Like with fishing village, my assumption was like,
I'm not saying leave all your possessions behind and have to actually.
Yeah, how big is my house going to be? Like, am I going to be able to have like enough room to be able to have like the man cave so I can bring my like big ass TV down with me and play video games? Because I can't do that.
The internet connection is going to suck ass down there. I mean, like, you could probably set it up. You could probably set it up. But no, honestly, if you shed all this shit and you just have this I'm not gonna lie, dude. You take 20 friends and you all move into like a remote place where you say fuck the internet and all this shit, and you have
what?
Constantly guaranteed supply of food.
Great T-shirt is fuck the internet on the back of the shirt.
Live from Mecca. Although we rely on the internet to be successful for this podcast. I mean,
100%. That's why. That's the reason why that is very. That's why it's funny, and that's why that's the joke is fuck the internet for a podcast to say.
Yeah, that's
it's kind of the dumbest fucking thing in the world.
Irony is the best.
Yeah, we kind of trade in irony. That's our thing.
I love that. We kind of trade in irony as a T-shirt. No, we need to start these, bro. We really need to fucking start. You know the website I'm uploading to. We need to collect these.
All right, jot that down. Jot those two down because those are both really good ones.
Definitely. And another one is, and nano means midget, but it's an affectionate term. On the back of the T-shirt. But it's
I'm literally crying right now, by the way.
But it's affectionate.
So, all right. So, what do you think now? Do you think they made a good move by leaving because of
because he murdered a fucking mountain lion? No, but they were leaving anyway, bro. It's not like they decided to leave because they were fleeing like authorities searching for the murder of a fucking. Wait, what the fuck is this? Made it Daniel and the Reynolds? Right. That's not your grandparents.
This is good shit.
Are you serious?
This is good shit. I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this.
It says Reynolds though. Wait, you half white? Meri Crima. If that was the grandparents, it would say Meri Crima, not Merry Christmas.
Dad said she got pissed because he let me
say it again, please. It's funny.
Meri Crima. Not Merry Christmas.
Like total pain.
So definitely wouldn't say Feliz Navidad. You're saying it would say Meri Crima.
Meri Crima. And the Reynolds thing is they must be half white then. This is bullshit. This does not look like any kind of Mexican house I've ever seen.
Wow.
What if they went on vacation?
Very annoyed by the non-Mexican house.
We'll figure out.
No, I say that not. Again, I'm Latino, and I say that in a scorning all things white kind of way. This is bullshit. Meri Crima. Yes.
Look, I've done a podcast with you. I've done a podcast with you for a decade, and I've known you for more than 2 decades. I am well aware of your complete scorn and disdain for all things white.
Hello, Claire. Oh, so this is his grandma. They're half white. I didn't know that.
What's that?
Interesting, isn't it?
Is that Little Brown Daniel? That's what we call him in the family. Little Brown Daniel. This is making this show a little interesting.
We made you a T-shirt.
What are you doing here?
It says Little Brown Daniel.
Did your Chicano dad finally fuck up like we always knew he would? We heard your dad fucking reverted to his gang roots. Got shot by a cop.
Both of you.
This does change this changes the whole fucking scenario here.
Changes the whole game, doesn't it?
I thought they were going to Mexico to meet their grandparents. Who the fuck are these people? What the fuck? I'm thoroughly confused. I really thought they were going to Mexico.
Yep. It's pretty fucking crazy. That was a big fucking twist move.
Are you serious? Wait, no, I don't understand. I'm so confused right now. The dude was talking about going to Puerto Lobos, and that's in Mexico. He just kept saying Puerto Lobos in Mexico, and what the fuck is this?
Just check it out. You'll see. Just keep playing.
Okay.
That man
so I'm just not like, okay, I totally misfunded. This was an intentional twist to fuck up your fucking head.
Hey, is it warm enough for you?
Oh yeah.
I know how you brown people like the heat, the tropical heat.
Toasty.
I gave Daniel some cough medicine, but you should have taken.
The guy seems super excited to have him there.
Worse. You were lucky.
Oh, she's turning into a bitch.
Steven, may I talk to you for a second?
Oh no. They're definitely calling fucking Dyfus or whatever the fucking California equivalent or Texas equivalent of this shit is. Look at my hot drink.
Oh, shit. I'm so hungry, my belly hurts.
You don't like how she was like, you're a shitty parent as a 16-year-old boy?
You gotta fucking die.
It used to be in It's good to be inside.
I mean,
you almost killed him.
Yeah.
I just hope they.
You Mexican son of. I assume.
I know you think you're tough from picking all those beans in the sun.
That's a bit too far, my friend. I don't feel comfortable laughing at that joke, although I will.
I give you permission, Greg, for all Hispanic people. I have now given you permission to laugh at it.
Hey, no, nobody can be mad. Serious Jess gave me permission.
Yeah, exactly. I got a permission from my
That's
one
how
friend,
this works, right?
Latino.
Look, it's an audio recording where he clearly says I'm allowed to say it. Well, okay then, sorry.
So these fucking people, I'm missing what they're discussing over there. Hold on, I'm gonna try to listen.
How would I say sorry? I would just say lo siento, right?
Exactly.
Say lo siento.
Lo siento.
Lo siento, but I have permission. My friend clearly told me.
Now. They're gonna pop some shit. You all right?
You want more tea?
Thanks.
Now we're gonna fuck you in the back.
Well,
you want more tea?
Sean,
all right. Here's the thing, Sean.
I do like how the assumption is immediately we're like, well, of course they're clearly racist, obviously, and they're gonna try to cannibalize him because I've played a Telltale Walking Dead game before, and that's what this feels like. They feel like two creepy old people.
Hurt that police officer in Seattle.
And creepy old people eat kids. On the back of the T-shirt, live from the man cave.
You really think I killed that cop?
No, don't get mad, Sean.
Don't get mad, Sean. We know how you're hot-tempered with your salsa in your blood.
All I know is that
salsa in your blood. It's fucking not a T-shirt that I would ever co-sign on. Because it just draws too many questions for me to have to answer that I don't want to.
Why did you run away?
Well, Craig, you do know you're one half of the Live from the Man Cave podcast. No, but it was his idea, and I thought it was funny because he's Spanish.
It happened so fast. I saw the cop on the ground, and my dad, and I freaked out.
Oh, I know.
Now we're just gonna turn you into the police.
That just made things.
Yeah, they're really like kind of questioning him pretty hard.
You know the police.
Considering it's like, hey, he just got here. Obviously, some shit went down, and they're just like, now she's being nice.
You can't be sure.
And now she's being shitty again.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway,
not being nice is very short-lived.
Managed to come here alive.
Now we're gonna do the thing that we believe is right. Turn you into the police, because the police are always on our side, son. Remember.
I think what could have happened to both of you.
From the day you were born, we wanted to turn you into the police.
I tried.
No, and if we're gonna be serious about it, it's like they probably think that they're approaching this from the rational point without being completely ignorant. Yeah. Ignorant of his situation. It does. Some things don't even occur to them.
In their defense, like
so I'm not gonna tell them.
We know everything that's happened, right?
Right.
But like to them, they're just like, dude, your dad and you got engaged into a thing with the cops. The cops shot your dad, and then the cop died, and then next thing you know, you were on the run. Like that does probably sound suspicious as fuck, right?
I mean, if your grandkids showed up and. Like that whole thing, I don't. If you like, even in my short, like knowing what I know about the father, I can't see.
Never really wanted us.
I can't ever see the father doing some shit like, you know what I mean? Like
but you're still part.
Right.
See, look, so they're just like.
I mean, look at what they're saying now. They're like, you're going to stay with us. So they're not being like, hey, we're about to turn you in right now, as far as we know, right? They're just. They're just like, your dad didn't want us to be around. And you're part of our family, and we're going to take care of you. So, like, they went out of their way in the beginning. It was a little bit supposed to seem, I think, a little bit like, ooh, hey, which way is this going to go? And now,
Beaver Creek is small and nosy.
Oh wow! So this took a turn.
We can stay.
Yeah.
Serious? Awesome. Ooh, Sean, guess what?
So see, that's what I'm saying. Like all of a sudden, they're like, hey, maybe we're not pieces of shit.
Resting, young man.
Yeah. Yes,
maybe.
He is.
Okay. So maybe I misjudged where that was going then, because.
Exactly.
Anyway,
But they were like,
oh
well, you
God,
have to talk to the police.
At least until Dan.
You have to talk to the police.
We'll see what
The
happens.
police will see your side.
Is he wearing Disney
Elsa
Princess
shirt.
pajamas?
Yeah.
That's dope. I like it. That's really cool. And he's super excited to wear it too. I like that. That's cool. So they did a nice little.
Oh my God!
Little-
It just
little
clicked.
move
That's
on
the
you there.
fucking nosy lady from next door in the fucking Adventures of
Oh shit!
How do you feel, Superwolf?
and the Awesome Adventures of
Wait, it's nice
Doctor.
Commander. Commander Strange.
Feeling better?
He's shooting up the ranks in the army.
I love that bed.
He's a commander in the army.
Good.
No, Navy.
There you go.
down?
Cool. Already fucked that one up,
You
Craig.
still need to take it
And on the back of the shirt, live from the man cave.
How about
Commander
if we
is the
say a little
equivalent of an
prayer?
army colonel.
Thanks.
It's
There
like
you go.
a
Okay.
bedtime story, right?
Well, this is a bit like this. Yes.
Or as I
Sometimes they
like to
call
call
Lieutenant
it,
Colonels.
a colonel.
Lieutenant Colonels. They call them Lieutenant Commanders for. They call Lieutenant Commanders just Commander for short.
So are we
sometimes
ready to
too. So
pray?
those are
Gotcha.
the equivalent
Just
of an
follow
army
my lead.
major.
Oh, I already lost you. It's too much. It's too much to
Sure.
remember for poor Craig Mack.
We need all the help we can get.
Oh, I bet you
You lost the
that on
first
this
time.
question, Craig Mack was like, "Not for me,
Sean.
thanks."
Yes. I was gonna join, and I said, "Not for me. No, thank you."
You were waiting for
Oh
the
my.
answer that said,
You
"Sure,
are
I
so
like
sweet.
Colts." Dear
Oh
Lord,
man.
help these little brown
Bring
kids.
Sean and Daniel safe and sound into our house. Take care of
I don't think they
Esteban
have souls, but if you could help them anyway,
Mushroom.
that'd be great.
Wait, so just in case I didn't miss it already,
Give
it
us
looks
the
like so. He
strength
said
to
once
get over
the
our
mom, so the
hardships
mom
and
left them.
fast. And the
I didn't remember that
past.
really well. Did she die or did she leave them?
Amen.
The other mom died in the
Amen.
Awesome Adventures. I think their mom left them, and then the dad was like, "I don't really take care much for the grandparents."
Okay. It's
Yeah,
bedtime.
they just said
Try
when
to
the
get some
mom was
rest.
gone. That's
You
all they
still
said.
Need it.
Once the mom was gone.
No roughhousing in here.
So
No worries.
you don't know how
She
or
said no
why.
rough mouthing in here,
Good night.
so leave your
Oh,
switchblades in your bag.
Thanks again.
Oh,
Good night.
I mean, she's seeing not. Well, not. I was about to say Fiddler on the Roof, and that's not the one that I was thinking. That's not the
West
one.
Side
That's
Story.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Very different plays.
You
and
know
movies.
that commonly known play, Fiddler on the Roof, about the Mexican gangs.
Plus, you just
Thank you. See, this is why we do the podcast together, because I have 45% of her brain. You have the other 55% that picks up the slack for me.
You're like Mary Poppins. I'm like, no, that was
Right.
American Me. Craig Mack.
Oh yeah, got it.
different.
Nailed it. Perfect.
In
That's
one,
that's
Edward James
exactly what I
almost
was
gets
saying.
shanked like 56 times. Spoiler alert.
No,
Right.
I don't think this is the one.
Yeah.
Not for
Oh man, that's amazing.
It's been a while.
Could we check it out tomorrow?
We're like ruining this
Did you
intense
find
scene,
some of your stuff?
but it's totally worth
It's
it.
a big moment. It's a big. Actually, but I will say this is pretty actually adorable. This moment
Just
is
don't know anything about it.
kind of great because the whole idea, like,
I understand.
you know, up until this moment, there was like a 0.0% chance that Sean was ever laying down in his brother's bed, right? Because it's like, ew, leave me alone. You're my little brother. You're a pain in the ass. But like,
We gotta
with
make
this shit,
progress.
what's happened now, all of a sudden they have this like bond to protect each other and to be together. And he's probably, you know, he's going through a lot of shit himself too, that he's not letting on to because he has to protect his little brother.
Hey man,
I really liked this scene.
you've been doing so great with your.
As I talk over it and ruin it for you, so you can't read
so
it.
hey, that's what closed captions are
I was
for.
wondering.
Mm-hmm.
And those watching at home could fucking just rewind if they miss something.
Hell yeah, that's
I
what
don't
Ready
know.
Player 2 is all about. Step on important moments for comedic purposes.
I do love how like. I do like really like now. This is making me have questions about
It
like
makes you feel strong.
this kid using his powers to save the other kid and does. Oh, well, we talked about that I think when Awesome Adventures of like, do those powers belong to the other kid?
Why are you asking?
Or Daniel that? It was Daniel's powers.
Just
and I'm sure you already know the answer to that.
Forget I asked anything.
Nor do I.
Anyway.
I do. I do.
Remember the rules, right? We really don't want Claire or Stephen asking questions.
So what do you think so far about this episode?
Grandpa. No, it's good. Yeah, obviously.
Just
I like
keep that in mind.
Claire or Stephen. He doesn't call him Grandma or Grandpa. Yeah, just because they've been out of his life so long. I like the subtleness in the writing is dope.
I love that. Yes, for that exact reason. Yes, like I think it would be almost like it would be too disingenuous. Yeah, if they just went the route of like immediately they're like, oh, Grandma and Grandpa, when they've gone out of their way to say that they have not been a part of their lives. So the fact that they're like, hey, yeah, they're cool, but like they're still Claire and Stephen, which is like that's good writing, you know, because that's
good writing. Although it wouldn't bother me.
Overlooked.
It wouldn't bother me if they did say Grandma or Grandpa, because then you would just think like, you know, it's two kids that are very desperate and they don't want to offend these people, right? So you just took to calling them that because you really need them.
Right.
You do that.
And what's the good part here is that they did that in a sequence where it's like them together without them there, and without Grandma and Grandpa there, the fact that they're like that's where they call them Claire and Stephen is a moment where you can realize like they don't. He doesn't feel the need to call them that when it's just the two of them.
Oh, did they call them Grandma and Grandpa before? I didn't remember that.
Well, let's wait. That's what I'm saying. Let's wait and see. But I like the idea that they went out of their way. Oh, so a week later. All right, cool. So they went out of their way to show that, like in private at least, they don't.
It's Clarence,
which
I almost thought when he first said Steven, I almost thought like, is that the step grandpa then, or what?
I could sleep all day long in this bed.
Stephen Strange.
I'm way too hungry.
Good call.
This is pretty good so
Tie
far.
it back around.
Nice.
I love that Stephen only has crime and train books.
Crime and train. Oh, fuck.
It's cool Claire dug this up for us.
Oh,
that's such a baller in his suit.
Ah, that's dope. Oh, so the one thing I was wondering is like if we hadn't played the Awesome Adventures,
Claire wanted to throw her clothes
would
away,
this change this storyline at all?
We convinced her that with some sewing and cleaning,
I do not
would
know.
Be enough.
Because I did the same thing you did. I played it in the middle as well. Because I'm the exact same person as you, where the moment it popped up and it was like, hey, you should probably play this thing first. And I was like, well, it's free. I have to because I don't want to see the incomplete version of this story. So I'm not sure, but I'm sure we can look it up once it's all over. Like once you've played all the way through and we like kind of have our like deep dive into the series as a whole, we can figure out, does that change? By the way, you were talking about when you said how cool it was, right? How cool that first moment of the fact that like his grandma pulled out that picture,
right,
and laid it next to his bed. Like that's pretty cool. Like it starts to make you think, okay, maybe, who knows? Maybe they're still shitty, and who knows? But like that moment, at least that they were like, hey, this is clearly an important picture to them, right? Because that's their daughter getting married, and they pulled it out and gave it to them because it's 10 times more impactful to the kids, right, to see the picture of their parents getting married than it is to the grandparents.
Absolutely. What the fuck is a Graco disc? They just painted an old Discman from the old house. Space Scuba.
That piece of shit doll is horrifying.
They brought it? He brought it? That's fucking weird.
Creepo.
So
throw that
Sean
thing in the fucking fireplace.
Just let her. Oh, he kept the fucking score.
Why does the doll look a little bit like Hillary Clinton?
Wow.
Right? Look at the hair and everything. Like, not, I mean, except for the drawings on it and everything, but that's cool. Wow, his drawings, man. Whoever did the
what? I hope I didn't lose Craig Mack. Could I have possibly lost him? He just went mute. His headset may have died. So, okay, there's that. And then I go back. Sure, Craig, I could be right back. So he stopped the snowball in motion. These Daniel getting worse. Stuff you up enough food.
Can you hear me?
Yep, now you're back.
That was weird. I was muted. Sorry. I don't know what the last thing you heard I said, but I was just asking, does it have the actual accurate score of your Milk on the Butte game that you played against him written in your...
Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it was the
cool.
actual... Wait, hold on. So, 10-13... Yeah, that looks about right.
Right? Yeah, that's what I think it was.
Wait, so Sean... No. I tried trying to just... Wait, I tried... Because Sean is the big brother, right? Daniel's the little brother.
Yeah, little brother,
so it's showing me as losing for something. So it must have been an earlier game.
Okay.
Yeah, so how can this kid win at every dice game? Like, I won 2 out of 3.
Okay, yeah.
And then the snowball in motion came before we played that game again. So
yes, you're right. Okay, yes. So that's so that was just an unrelated. Okay.
Yeah. Hanging out with C and Steven. What's her name again? The grandmother?
Claire?
Yeah, Claire. Not to talk about Seattle or Karen. Huge elephant following us everywhere. The huge elephant. That's really cool. I like the artistic.
Like that. Claire. No, that's what Claire, I was saying. Claire, yeah. When my mic cut out for a second, the one thing I was saying is I actually like the art style of the drawings actually more than I like the art style in the game itself, which I understand it's probably a lot harder to animate this kind of shit like the way he draws than it is, the game itself. But I really enjoy the art style that they chose. Whoever this, it seems like it's obviously a single person, whoever the artist they got to like draw this shit for his book, has really, really cool, like a really cool art style to it.
I like it.
And it makes flipping through that book, in a lot of books, and like even as somebody like me who I'm like a completionist and I want to see everything, there are times where like flipping through the book and reading every page, you're like, oh god, there's like fucking 30 pages I have to read before I can move on or whatever. But like in this game, I never felt that way because it was always like super cool art and like very cool kind of like backstory to like moments that you had seen play out in the game, but then you got to read his like thoughts about them. They just do a very good job of kind of tying that all together.
Absolutely.
By the way, there he just called her grandma when he was looking at the thing up on top of the hutch. He said it was something about grandma.
Daniel looks like a total thug in his new pajamas.
So wait, so the space toy? Oh, yeah, Daniel knows how to work. Yeah, I think that was kind of more of a...
Daniel knows how to milk grandma for toys.
Yeah, I think that was probably for effect of like making the point that it's his grandma.
Yeah.
Sean, finally.
A room into another room? Oh, okay, it's
Sean, are you awake? Breakfast's almost done, so come down when you're ready, okay?
Okay. What's up?
Ah, look who's here.
That's pretty cool.
You're too late for the
train is it's pretty dope.
It's okay.
Like as somebody who definitely thought at one point in my life I would probably get into trains, and like I haven't yet, but that does not mean I won't at some point in my life as I
broke this thing
like super old and lame.
10 years
but
ago.
like I definitely love the idea of going to places like. Have you ever been to?
It's been locked ever since we got here.
You go to Macy's in Times Square for around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Like to go see Santa and all that, and they would have the like huge fucking setup of like the gigantic train system that like ran around like the entire fucking center of that like walkthrough, and I was always like,
and they have a great one in
awesome.
La Haska area out by Hershey Park. Have you ever been to that train?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, it's amazing. Yes, I love it. It's like so cool. Just the concept of creating this kind of miniature world based on a train. Because I also like riding on trains. Like it's fun to me. Like I like when I have to, head up to like the Northeast and go straight up into, like Rhode Island or Connecticut or whatever. And I love taking the train. I'm a big fan of the idea of like staring out the window and just like watching the countryside go by. I love it. So then when you kind of miniaturize that and then imagine this like kind of miniature world, you know what I mean, where it's like this. Imagine like this was real and you were riding around this like train like that. Like I always thought that was so cool, and so they do a good job with this dude, like with Steven and his like little train setup that he has, and like all the work he puts into it is very fucking cool. Like it resonates if you at all, you know, if you at all care about trains, it makes sense. It's pretty good.
I don't give a shit about trains, really, personally, but that train thing that my parents used to take me to
like,
Hershey.
Fucking nerd.
Well, I'm saying, like, me not even really giving a shit about trains like that, I had to admit that fucking, you know, going to that train thing was actually pretty cool to see the setup that they had for that. So even though it's not my thing, it was so well done.
That's cool.
It's that bad. Feels like a cloud.
I know.
What's this about? This probably has a similar setup to the house next door, although this already looks like a lot nicer. Because the kid next door is Pear.
Aren't you hungry?
He said Pear.
Are you so poor?
Why doesn't the kid wear like something nicer, like Dior or Dolce, or maybe something like this? He walks around looking so basic.
I hope we won't get Claire and Steven into trouble.
Daniel,
I love that now everyone knows what the fuck that means. If you ever say you look
inventing honor.
We all know.
Steven,
yeah, we all know you're
your
inventing
grandson
honor.
needs to eat now.
By the way,
You can
man,
show
how
him the
good is
boxcar
fucking Julia
later.
Garner? She's fucking great. I am
love how they're getting
such a
along.
gigantic fan of her. I like everything about what she does. She is now in like moving into the echelon of like,
Anything?
if I see a movie or a
don't
TV
worry.
show that she's in, I'm like,
this.
yeah, I'll
Like,
probably check it out.
automatically
Like
check it out.
I'll just
Sight
check it out
unseen.
without even knowing what it's about. Like if she's in it, it's probably
You
dope
boys done
because she is
Daddy, Express
still
delivered
hands down one of my favorite characters of all time. And in Ruth, yeah, Ruth is fucking the
Good.
best.
No trains in the kitchen.
I really
remember?
like
What is it, Ruth Langmore, right? Langmore?
Langmore.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Ozark. If you haven't figured it out, you're
Yes.
not aware.
Oh, yes. Sorry.
I really like
I
the last
forgot.
season. Really brought it home.
Other people
really
are
made it-
listening to this. We should probably explain what the fuck we're talking about. For a second, I was like, "Yeah, this is me and Jess hanging out."
He can fix his
Seems like
trains,
her
but
fucking
not
hand.
my
She's got
kitchen.
arthritis, man. Oh, or maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not arthritis. You see how she like struggled on the handle?
Yeah.
Did I make enough? Everything's okay?
And she just ripped the handle
It's
off.
great.
Badass.
As usual.
You're
Imagine
I
that.
don't think
She's
she
got
has. I don't
powers,
think
too.
she has.
Looks like you're
I think it's
getting
the
cozy
opposite
with
of
this new
arthritis.
country
She's
life
fucking
after all.
she's the Hulk. She's like,
Yeah.
Claire,
It's nice to be
smash.
Clear
We're the
smash.
only ones out here.
Well, that's exactly why we love it. It feels safe, unlike the big city.
I get
Yeah,
it.
that's the only right answer, right?
I like
I mean,
Yeah.
It's cool.
You don't want
Oh,
to
You're not gonna be
bless your
like-
soul.
yeah, you're not gonna be like, I miss Seattle,
get along good with our neighbors.
where we killed
Try to lend
cops.
a hand. Like to Charles next door. He lost his wife, and things have been...
This is
So, let's
interesting to
see.
see her take on this
He would
about
just
Charles and his
get
son.
lost in Seattle.
Charles and
We're all
what do you
taking
mean?
care of him here.
You'll see
How
in a
old is his
second.
son?
You're on
Yeah.
an 8
I
second
think
delay.
he's your age.
Oh, okay. Yes, my bad.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
This shit's making me hungry now that they're having breakfast.
I know.
And did I run through? Yeah, I ran through the whole pier. So if this episode's not over soon, then I'm gonna crack another one that's I've already had before. Why are you doing that? I don't know.
Stop it. You crazy?
What the fuck is wrong with you, kids?
Hey, what's going on back
He's
there?
being stupid.
Nothing.
Oh, I thought Steven was a fast eater.
He's like, wouldn't it be cool if I wasn't a fucking idiot?
Hey, Grandma, I wanted to ask you something
That's what he does call her grandma.
about that locked room
Yeah.
upstairs.
That's where we keep the
I
bodies,
told you,
dear.
there is nothing to see in it, Daniel.
Why were you in there?
So, by the way, it is
it's
about just under 200 miles
Besides, it's
that
not
they
safe for you
traveled
to
from
explore.
Seattle to get down to Beaver Creek, Oregon.
Daniel, language.
192 miles is like from center of to center of. So
get some fresh air.
I'll wait for Sean, and then we'll go. We won't be loud. Promise.
But be careful nobody sees you. Stay in the back, okay?
Maybe you should tell him that it was Karen's room.
And maybe you should tell him to watch his mouth. It's just a room now, Sean. Nothing to see.
Why lock it then? It feels like you're hiding something.
There's no secret. We just want to move on with our lives, Sean.
Yeah, it sounds like she's dead.
So nobody goes in the
So
room,
these kids
okay?
are probably gonna.
I'm serious.
These kids are probably gonna bond with Captain Awesome or whatever his name is now.
yes, definitely.
Oh wait, Mom contacts you.
So, by the way, did you hear about the distance at all that I mentioned before my microphone cut out for a second again?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So 67 hours if they had walked.
To get here?
Anyway.
To get from Seattle to Beaver Creek, it was 67 hours. About 3 hours driving, which we know they didn't drive the whole way and they didn't walk the whole way, so it was somewhere in the middle, right? It's somewhere between 3 hours driving and 67 hours walking, because it's about 200 miles that they had to go through over the last few weeks. That's a long fucking trip.
They were trying to walk to Mexico.
Right, for a high school kid and his little brother. That's a lot they had to go through. And the reason I thought about it was because, you know, the one question where she said something, you had to either say, I miss Seattle, or like the nicer answer, which was like, hey, thanks for letting us stay, or whatever the fuck it was. So I was like, I just wonder how far they've come so far in their like trip. 200 miles is
some songs.
nothing to fucking, you know, sneeze at for a couple of kids on their own in the middle of this trauma that they're going through. But we do know now that, so he does call her grandma to her, right? He just says Claire when he's talking about it to like him or his brother,
Dad said
right?
Wait, so I missed that last one.
Of course he would.
He calls her grandma when he's talking directly to her, right? He only says Claire or Stephen, like, oh, yeah.
I'm glad I picked these up.
Silent rebellion.
Gives them something to work on when they're all watching TV. Such a big fireplace. And not even needed. That's luxury. Feeling of love. Passion Princess?
Ooh, Grandma's reading smut.
Escape to pleasure?
Grandma's always reads smut.
Does Claire read all these?
Oh, don't draw me like this, Sean. I'm a mess.
Don't worry. I'm drawing the whole room.
Good.
Ugh, those sound terrible, though.
See you practice. You're so
at least one of them stars Fabio.
I've looked enough.
Fucking dumb covers, those stupid books.
This kid with his fucking cough, man. It's like the Telltale Heart.
Yes. Old Polly left us.
These are cool, I thought. I enjoyed these, the drawing parts.
I'm ready to draw this.
Is she in heaven?
I need to absorb more.
Of course she is. But she's in our thoughts as well.
That's nice.
Who's in heaven? Oh, Polly.
Pretty good. Yeah. But I can add more details if I want. Time to take the pen, dude.
Time to take the pen, dude. Alright. Almost done. Now there's more to draw.
Okay. Got it.
I'm a terrible artist. This is cool.
Daniel, you would have looked the same back then.
I would never get that haircut.
Tried one of Claire's books yesterday.
Really?
It's basically a telenovela with white old women.
Telenovela with white old women.
What happened?
Hey,
You'll see it.
Where are the fish?
Just remember telenovela.
Oh, with white old one.
Oh, this looks cool. Too bad it's broken.
What was your trophy that you got? Because it's blurred out, so you can't see it on Twitch.
The drawer, something to do with drawing.
For artistic, yeah.
I miss Dad and his silly Santa Gringo accent.
Santa Gringo? Oh, that's dope. I'm not going to do that right now because I feel like that'll take me outside. Let me take a look at this again. I did look at this before.
You belong in the cupboard.
Yeah, I'll tidy up.
Clean kitchen equals clean conscience.
She'll like me more. He tidies up after himself. Oh, that was like a save thing.
Claire could totally be on one of those cooking shows. She would be brutal.
That's funny. Let's look around this room a little more. Chores list.
Yeah. Pretty different from the one we had back at home.
So I'm supposed to tidy the room, put clothes in washing machine, and hug grandparents. Okay, so do I have to go back upstairs and tidy that room? Let's see if it lets me do that. What's this fucking door right here? Oh, a little cupboard. Yeah, and I hope, like, you know, I don't know when I hope this isn't too boring for anybody that's watching when I'm, like, you know, going around and clicking everything. Like you said,
This is fun every once in a while, but it gets old every other night.
That's like 80% of why I'm here, so I can
provide
I
the color
can leap
commentary
and provide So on this note, as you're kind of going through this, your thoughts now after having about an additional 30 minutes of exposure to the grandparents. What do you think?
You know, this game does a good job of letting you form an initial opinion about somebody and then giving you the background. So when we experience Claire on the other end, it's part of the amazing adventures of Commander Awesome, Commander Strange.
In the cupboard
yep.
me.
Sure. Hold on.
You know, and a negative opinion of her, kind of, even though we could kind of see where she was potentially coming from.
Careful. Sorry,
right.
I forgot.
But then you see the other side. And like the same thing with the father and the awesome adventures that we talked about, right? Like you see like the shitty part of him, then you see what makes it click.
Hey, can you close the door? I want to talk
You almost died, by the way.
Yeah.
It's the power cable, of course. Yeah, it happens all the time.
Right. So, I mean, storytelling-wise, their ability to be like, yo, we're just going to show you a thing. Obviously, they have a reason for the thing being a certain way. But, like, we want you to think whatever you want to think and then get a chance to, like, really uncover what these people are about, you know, like what this person, who they really are, really. Which is interesting, right? Because it's the whole idea of like not judging a book by the cover and all that. They do a better job than I think most of these games do. Ooh, this is a big one.
Force, right? The holy gift.
You chose to hide, all right? You didn't even hesitate on that.
God, fucking.
Daniel likes to pretend he's got.
I had a slight hesitation in my head, but I'm not giving that up right away. I think he'd forgive me if he figures out I'm lying.
Okay. But be careful, Sean. He's still so young.
He likes to believe he has superpowers.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, let's keep this between us. Claire has a lot of strong beliefs.
About devil stuff that has to do with Mexicans. She wouldn't understand. She'd say this is the Brujeria.
Mexican Diablo.
Brujeria.
Safe and happy.
If she senses he has some kind of devil powers, she'll try to drown him in holy water.
Stay here with us. I know you boys planned.
I like how we went to polar opposites. You were like, drown him in holy water, and I said, set him on fire. That's why we're co-hosts.
Thanks.
We come at two ends of the spectrum, but we come together in the middle, man.
Why not?
I know, being out here in the sticks.
Did you move to a second beer, or you did not?
No, not yet.
Nice.
How far are we away from the end of the episode, or is this something I need to do?
I'm not gonna lie, it's been a minute. I don't know. I'd have to Google it and look it up. I don't know exactly how far because it starts to blend together. Like when when chapters end. The first one I definitively knew when that one ended because that was like such a, that's such a like a change in the story for all of them, and so I kind of remembered that because that's the kind of kickoff moment for this entire show, or for this entire game. But the second one, it starts to get a little bit
Claire said you had the keys for the tool
difficult
shed?
to know, but I can look it up right now actually while you're playing. Give me a minute.
No, it's all good. Because in the meantime, I still got the coffee of the show, and I still have a bunch of water left.
Nice.
If I get a break where it's like one of those weird moments where they're like, hey, sit here and enjoy this music and dance for a while you just watch, then I might break real fast for the fridge. But
thanks.
Okay. Oh, tired.
Ooh, no. But I got coffee fueling me up.
Good to see you in my lair.
It's good to see you in my lair.
Afraid to come in here as a kid.
Man, who did this?
Oh, he was our neighbor's son, Chris.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I helped him and his dad build that treehouse.
Why are you holding a fire sword?
That kid sure has an imagination.
Steven sure takes his hobby.
I'm going to hold off on the laptop till I come back, I think. Oh, it's his mom.
Oh, you found this. I just forgot to...
It's okay. It's been a while since I've seen her face.
Yeah. I like taking a look at it from time to time.
What the fuck happened with her?
Yeah, it does. But she's still my daughter, I can't approve what she's done.
Oh, shit. She did something bad.
I think I understand.
Good.
Damn, this is a deep moment here.
I don't.
Yes.
Such a deep moment.
Sorry.
I'm trying to just let you experience
Please
this because
don't.
this is a big deal.
Please don't say anything to Claire about this, okay?
This guy seems really cool,
Don't
like
worry.
the grandfather.
I won't.
Yes.
I didn't go in the
Here you
laptop.
are,
I hope
Sean.
that's not. I just didn't think it was appropriate
Hey.
story-wise.
I have to go out and run some errands. Can you do me a big favor? Do you know how to work a washing machine?
I think
Since I was
you've
about
made
8.
you
Of
have a
course.
good. I think that's
Can
the
you
good part
throw
of
in yours
this,
and your
like playing it
brother's
as
clothes
Ready
after
Player
the
2,
next
is you get to like voice your reasons for
bathroom
doing and
basket.
not doing
Yeah.
things.
Totally. Yeah.
And so like you're playing within your
problem.
character,
Thanks so
right?
much.
You're like you're
Feel
making
free to keep
decisions
on
that make
tidying your
sense
stuff,
for the
too.
character you're trying to play,
It's good
and
for
it makes
your health
sense
to
why you're
keep
like,
the
hey,
house
I
clean.
kind of
Definitely.
respect what's happening here, and I don't want to betray that
And
respect.
remember, for your own safety, no phone and no internet.
I saw the list of
No
chores,
boring rules.
and
Don't worry, Claire.
oh, you did call her Claire there.
Hey, Daniel. There's work for you.
Yo, I got this.
Busy my ass.
Fuck you up,
Come
Daniel.
over here.
Powers or no powers.
I haven't seen any actual fish.
It
in
is
there
weird how he
since
goes
we
back
got
and
here.
forth, though, right? On the like
Jeez.
Claire
Claire,
versus
Grandma.
not Claire, versus Grandma.
He's probably trying to say grandma enough to stay in their good graces, and she hasn't pushed on the subject yet. It's
We
a
have
big
kick-ass
TV.
set, but we only watch boring shows and
It's
cable news.
probably nothing compared to the man cave at this point now. I haven't been in the man cave in a couple of years now, but I'm sure you got some dope shit.
Hey,
You're like, ha, ha,
you
ha,
are
it's not
you
a
are
nice
more
TV.
than
I
welcome
get that he's sick of all
whenever
this shit, but
whenever things turn
Why are
back
we
into a
playing
place
this
where
game?
it's
Yeah, where you can
where
travel
it's comfortable
freely.
to come back. Yeah,
let's see here. So we got these clothes. There's a fucking washing machine. Search.
Also, I have a hazmat suit, so if you want to come visit, I can throw the hazmat suit on you.
We can take that fucking Breaking Bad fucking picture we've wanted to do for years.
Exactly.
Make that the next cover of the Man Cave episodes.
As always with Claire.
That'll be the permanent cover of the Man Cave if we can get a fucking shot of us wearing a fucking Breaking Bad suit, man.
Alright. She said fucking wash clothes. Goddamn clothes. Alright, well. Wait, search? Search the door?
Gotcha.
Oh, behind the door. What the fuck? The fuck was I searching for? Daniel? I hope not. Okay, it's fucking Daniel. So he's gonna find me. Little fucker. You little fucker.
You
it's cool
fucker.
Little paintings.
He called it little paintings. Very derisive. Alright. Let's see if I can find this fucking clothes. Where's the goddamn clothes as well? I don't know. I'm not gonna look for Daniel in there. I know he was out there. I'm gonna look for Daniel.
Where the hell is he hiding?
You little asshole. Come here, fucking Daniel. You little dick. No. I know where you are. Oh. Not there. Daniel. Oh, Daniel. I'm gonna find you.
I know you're in there. Gotcha. What the?
Ah, you little dick.
Behind you!
Ah!
Yeah. Very funny.
I like that.
No more hiding. Seriously.
He kicks ass, right?
Okay. What do I have to do?
You tidy the mess in our room, and I take care of the laundry. Cool?
Again?
Let's get the shit out of him.
I always have to clean everything. I don't wanna.
Yeah, I hear you. Never mind, okay?
Cool.
What?
Thanks, Sean.
It's just gonna take care of it? The fuck? I will punch you in the dick.
Be great.
I used to hate brushing my teeth. Just like now I can't get enough.
Steven! He punched me in the dick again!
Alright, tidy the fucking mess in our room. Because I let this little kid...
Alright. Time to take care of that laundry.
Get away with shit.
Thanks, Claire.
Thanks, Claire. Can I fucking tidy up or what? Like, nah, this little fucker needs to come clean. Oh well, alright. Mezzanine. Oh, go. A ponder moment. Alright, let me see if I can find another beer.
It's so weird to be back right. Again. Claire and Steven are kind of weird sometimes, but they do care about us. I'm glad they're spoiling Daniel. Wish I could. Dad never really got along with them, though. I barely know them. Family, right? We're safe. That's all I need.
He's really not happy about the relationship that his dad had with them. I mean, come on, man. Like 5 minutes ago, you were homeless.
What are you doing, Sean?
You should probably be pretty pumped about this place. It seems like it's working out okay for you.
Taking a look at the house.
And they have dope train systems, so... Oh shit, here comes Daniel. He's gonna fuck it up.
It's pretty cool here. It's not like home.
That's cool, actually.
But... Grandma and Grandpa...
That seems cool as shit.
Yeah, they are. We're lucky they took us in.
How long are we gonna stay with them?
I don't know. As long as it's safe for us.
Fuck, I should have kept my headset on while I walked into the other room, I guess. So did I miss anything great about conversation here? Fuck, I thought this was just like one of those weird scenes where I lay on the fucking bed.
No, it's not. Nope.
Oh, I suck. I'll have to go back. So can you sum it up for me?
Yeah, it's just he started talking about how like Dad really like didn't get along with them, but you know like they seemed super cool and they've like been looking out for me. And then you know Daniel came running in and was like, "Hey, Sean, let's talk about like we're pretty lucky to be here, right?" And he was just like, "Yeah, no, this is like a big deal." It was more just character like development of their relationship with each other, and Sean coming to grips with like realizing that he actually like needs the grandparents and that he's maybe he didn't get the whole story before. Maybe maybe they should be closer with them. That kind of thing. That's really what it was about. It was obviously better told than I just told you, but it's roughly that. And you got to see Daniel just come in and put his legs through there, which is pretty cute because he just like sat down and was just like dangling his legs. So then Sean did it also. Those are fucking really wide banister bars though, because like he can fit his whole head through, which seems super dangerous.
You're really unseen,
right? Like, fucking usually you cannot put your head just like bump right through because like you're just like 80% of the way through to your death at that point. You just turn your fucking shoulders to the side and you could just go whoop and fall right to your doom.
I'm actually, I would click out of this, but now I want to see another take of it. Oh, there they go. It's
right?
not that wide. He can fit his head through, but
I mean, his head is fully through. Once your head is fully through, that's like the most part. Because especially for a kid, like maybe not for me, because once I can get my head through, I still got to get my belly through, and that's a fucking problem for me. But I'm saying, for this motherfucker, he's probably svelte as shit. He's probably got like a little, softball kid's body, so he's ready to go. He can slip right through, fucking fall right to his doom. And if he can put his head through, for a fucking minute, guaranteed, that little motherfucker with superpowers can put his head through, and his whole body fucking tumbles through afterwards. Sorry, I got excited about that.
That was awesome.
Apologize.
That kid fucking just
I don't think that's what that scene was supposed to tell you, but he did. He was just like, "Oh, we're done," and he just fucking threw one of those little smoke canisters that fucking Batman throws, and he fucking pieced out.
That is really fucking funny. Wait, did I already look at the crockery? Crockery is such a funny word.
So much crockery.
Stop saying crockery. It's so weird, man. It's super fucking weird.
You notice the crockery?
Man. But what about the crockery?
All right, where's this fucking launcher?
So what are you drinking, by the way? What are you drinking now?
Oh, I didn't have like a beer that I hadn't had before, like on hand immediately. So I went with grab Hennessy Black, and I'm drinking that on the rocks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Wait, so how the fuck am I supposed to do laundry when? Oh, maybe I gotta grab the laundry out of the bathroom. Maybe that's where I fucked up.
I'm not gonna lie. It actually would be funny to have a shirt that said, "The fuck am I gonna do laundry if I ... live from the man cave." On the back.
All right, let me
be
grab
okay
this.
with that.
So that's what I gotta do. I gotta grab this dirty laundry out of here. I thought I could just walk to the washing machine and hit wash clothes, but they're gonna make me feel like I'm doing real chores. This gets annoying sometimes in video games. Like, I understand the you want to insert some kind of like investment and like you feel like you did something, but when you got me doing fucking chores in a video game, then I might as well just do them. Like I spend this time doing them in my house.
Wait. You don't like doing chores when it doesn't actually get you any closer to having sex with your wife?
Yeah, exactly. That's some bullshit. Because I mean, I could try to finagle this. It's like, hey, honey, I just did laundry in this video game
for my grandparents.
Yeah, in this video game, it's really contributed to the house. I don't think that's gonna get me.
I put away a board game, honey.
Can't really
want to give me a BJ? She'd be like, no, I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah.
Serious.
Like, haven't I earned some
some hanky-panky?
Some little hanky-panky.
So, by the way, I switched over to 6 Point, which I've been enjoying over the weekend, just for the holiday weekend. It's a great,
Have you ever seen
a 6 Point has a, it's like a summer pack, that they came out with. So it's a variety pack of all their shit, and they have Trail Haze,
We have talked about how we like 6 Point, by the way, on the podcast and several times.
It's Trail. Yeah, 6 Point is amazing. It's the kind of thin, tall cans. You almost certainly know them if if you enjoy craft beers, you've seen them before. So this is their Hazy Adventure IPA, and the reason why I thought this one was perfect because I've had this before, during this weekend, and I love it because it's got a really good. It's like a hazy IPA, which I love. I love that kind of it's got a lot going on. It's a lot of flavor for an IPA. But this one, and this is why I highly recommend this one, for the flavor to ABV. This one is only 4%.
So this was Mom's ship?
4% is like roughly about a 1.5 lower than like a Bud. But this thing has so much more flavor than anything that's like in the 5 to 6%.
Wow!
Like it's great. I highly recommend. So it's called Trail, Trail Haze, Haze. It's delicious. It's so good. This is perfect too. Like so today, I told you, obviously
from the one we had back at
I was out in the sun all day today. I was like, we were out in the back having a good time with the kids.
Yeah, you're sending me fucking pictures to make me jealous, like motherfucker. Oh, God forbid, and my wife ever sees that with your backyard because she really wants to move back to the suburbs, out of the city. And so that's what she's like been fucking pestering me about, like, let's get a backyard. I want a backyard. I want a backyard. And if she sees your backyard, she's gonna be really pissed at me.
Okay, so don't show her those pictures, and I apologize. Delete those immediately.
Yeah,
but
I'm more worried about that than like some thought pictures on my phone.
Daniel looks like a total thug in his new pajamas.
That's amazing.
It's not letting me clean this room up, by the way.
What are you jerking off to? No. I was jerking off to all these pictures. Just don't look at that other picture of Greg Matt's backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Please don't. Man. Please just go look at the jerk-off pictures. They're great. But yeah, this is delicious. It's perfect for like a super hot, hot day outside. Sitting out in the back by by the water, by a pool, whatever. If you go to your friend's house or you go to the pool, whatever, by a lake, Trail Haze is fucking perfect for that. It's so delicious. And it's pretty cool because if you buy Trail Haze, so it says on the back, this beer supports natural areas suffering from human impact. We believe beer is culture. Help us preserve natural culture with Trail Haze. Learn more at 6point.com/Trail Haze. And basically, a percentage of every can that they sell goes towards preserving areas that have been affected by whether it's by climate impact or anything like that, or by cutting down, like the destruction of trees, anything like that. They're basically using this as a supportive, program they put together to kind of rebuild the environment. So it's pretty great. So across the board, highly recommend Trail Haze by 6 Point.
That's dope, Daniel. So it's for a little fucking ecologic activism while you get to drink some fucking beer, and it's a win-win.
I like it. It took you a little bit to get there, but I like that you finally got there. Ecologic
I've been focusing
impact.
on economic because I've been watching my great big economy, or whatever, the world's great piece of a global economy. That show on Amazon Prime with Cal Penn?
No.
It's fucking dope.
Wait, what is this?
Man. Something.
What is it?
I'll get you the title in a second, but wait, hold on.
Okay.
I'm a howl with him. But it's a great show.
I'm just gonna throw this out. This is gonna be my only spoiler alert I'm gonna give to this game.
Oh no! Don't do that.
No, it's not. Man. It's what I'm saying specifically because you just said it. Any chance you can get to howl, always fucking howl because it's great. It is fucking great. It's like this game has literally made you you understand. He tells the story as right. It's like the beginning of every chapter is telling the story about the wolves, right?
Right.
Howl every fucking chance you can get, because that to me feels like the moment of like when your parents try to tell you about being a parent. Like every moment you get, you hug those kids until they will run away from you, and you're like, all right, Dad, shut up, calm down. Like you're being a little aggressive about the hugging thing, but and then you get to fucking do it, and you're like, I'm gonna fucking do it like I'm gonna do it every fucking minute I get a chance to. Like, this game does such a good job of, like, telling you out of the gate, hug until you can't hug, fucking howl until you can't howl. Check out that.
Now we know the answer to the question I asked before.
Yep.
Oh, that's dope. He's like,
Pretty
they're
good,
real. Right? It's so awesome. I'm really glad we played that.
Right? Because this wouldn't have made any fucking, like, this, you wouldn't have cared as much.
Yeah, not as much though.
It would have been cool, but you wouldn't have cared. You wouldn't have had the inside story of, like, this kid and his life.
Yeah.
You would have only seen it from their point of view. And that's why I think, again, I didn't want to talk about it too much before, but how fucking dope this scene is. Having seen it from the inside out, now you're seeing it from the, outside in. Or you saw it from the outside in, now you're seeing it from the inside out. Like, it's very cool how they did that.
That's an awesome costume.
Maybe I shouldn't have acknowledged it in retrospect, but I feel like I didn't want to. I think I'm invested in this kid, so I didn't want to let him down.
Mega Power Bear. You should check it out.
Yeah,
Dude,
no, definitely.
That's so cool.
Chris, oh God. Look, I am so sorry. Are you okay?
Dad, I'm fine. I promise.
Dad,
I do like too how,
in
like,
front of the strangers.
Listen, I shouldn't.
He's got your entire fucking costume like the way you made it, right? Because you like got the spray paint and all that shit.
They're cool.
Good call.
He loves superheroes.
So yours was different. You was wearing a mask in yours.
Absolutely. Yeah, you didn't have all the. You didn't have the blue spray paint. So I didn't get the. I didn't color the costume.
With the Reynolds?
Oh, yeah. They're our grandparents.
Maybe we shouldn't have said that too.
Oh, jeez, Chris. You don't have any damn shoes on. I'm sorry, buddy. Let's get you inside.
Oh, you went for it, huh?
Yeah.
I felt it would be weird if we said just passing through.
Guys.
No, we're some random brown kids that they fucking were.
If Claire asks, tell her everything is fine.
You don't have any damn shoes on. Come on inside, buddy.
No problem.
Cool.
Seems like he took a little bit of a twisty route to being a nice dad
this
there.
This is such an awkward situation with him where it's like, sure, oh, you're the grandkids. Cool. And he's like, hey, don't tell your grandma. He's like, yeah, sure.
Daniel,
cool.
did you forget everything about the
Yeah, no, I won't.
Sorry, Sean.
You're a super delinquent dad. No problem.
Really?
And I mean, that guy has to feel like shit because he knows that he's like, that's that bitch that keeps coming over and fucking telling my kids that I'm a shitty dad. And now I got fucking kids over that are going to make it even more fucking uncomfortable.
We have to keep a low profile out here.
He's like my age.
Wow.
I bet you would have done the same exact thing. Don't be mad.
I'm not mad, dude. It's over.
You conceded, huh? Nice.
Boy, did you not go that way?
Out. So no training and no showing
I
off
did.
your power.
Of course I did. Fuck it.
From now on.
Like no, you let that fucking little white kid die.
Okay.
That's only 50% of our blood. Fuck, we gotta cut that shit out.
They would definitely do the same to us. You know how it is.
Look, it's not true. They probably would. It's not far from the truth. White people probably would have been like, I don't know, he looks brown to me. I was
depends what kind of white people, though. I mean, are they Trumpers?
It's true.
This guy doesn't strike me as a Trumper. I don't know. I don't think that dad's a Trumper. I'm not sure.
No, he's just super drunk, but he's not a Trumper.
Yeah, exactly.
He's too drunk and Trump, not the same thing.
No.
Sometimes
Trump doesn't drink,
but not
Trump,
in this case.
No. Well, you get all of the. Trump is
no, Trump
the
himself doesn't drink.
No, but
all the people that support him drink very heavily.
Definitely. And I would say that Trump is like the O'Douls of presidents. It's like you get all the fucking drunk grandpa out of him without actual alcohol. I like how this kid learned how to use the Etch-a-Sketch.
Trump is the O'Douls of... I'm down with that as a t-shirt as well. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Look out the window.
Trump's the O'Douls of presidents.
Time to get
I'm at the... Wow. He wrote that like he is a fucking psychopathic murderer.
Yeah,
I am at the neighbors.
At the neighbors. Burying bodies. Learning how to kill Rufus.
Ralphius.
Ralphius. My bad.
Ralphius. But Rufius is also fine. Look at this motherfucker just... I like how every time we have to get him out of bed, he's wearing his fucking boxers and we have to put his pants on.
Well, if he was sleeping in pants, it'd be weird.
Claire?
No, I know, but like...
It should be like an automatic get out of bed and put on your shit.
Home?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like most games don't allow me to like see a high school kid walking around in his underpants.
Well...
Like, I don't need to see that. It's like not my favorite thing. It's not my favorite part of the game. So like, I like that this game just decides to be like, I don't know, hey... Jess, you want to see him walking around in his underpants for a minute before he gets his pants on?
Sunday morning.
Because if you don't put them on, he's not going to wear them. And you have to be like, no, I want him to put them on. Because it feels weird if he doesn't.
Also, why doesn't he let me brush my teeth or take a piss? Because those are the things that you'd probably have this kid doing in the morning.
Yep.
But
the fact that they are very strict about the pants thing, but not about the list of the hygiene that goes around with the morning. Yeah. No, they're weird. Also, you know for a fact that I love this episode specifically because of the fact that it takes place around the holidays. And any game that takes place around Christmas is instantly my favorite game of all time. I love any game that takes place around Christmas.
Alright, I am going to fucking do what I'm not supposed to do, probably.
Oh, shit.
I could just delete my browser history.
You're going to go
more than anything, though, like, they're not going to know what the fuck I'm...
Someone search crazy on us. Look at this.
Local mechanic.
These articles are almost a month old. Maybe they stopped looking for us?
Seattle protests, SPD to hold awareness workshops on racial...
What the hell is this? I have no idea Steven could fall for this bullshit conspiracy theories.
Fake explosion. The kids blew up his toilet. Not everything is a conspiracy, you U.S. wankers.
I wasn't sure. In the beginning, it sounded like you were going down the, you were doing a forgetting or inventing Anna. You're like, not everything is a conspiracy. I was like, are you doing?
Not everything.
But then you said you fucking wankers, and I was like, now I'm confused which character he's doing.
Whatever that is.
Not everything is a conspiracy. You look poor. You're fucking basic.
You're very basic.
By the way, such a great... I want to shout out again how good that name is for a fucking website. A Tribe Called West. Yeah. Great. I like Brody 10 times more now that I know that that's his fucking name.
This is really cool. You wrote the blog. I've been lucky to. I've had moments of pensioning fear.
Yep.
There was a guy who wouldn't leave the car. Oh, shit. Oh, bro, shout out to my frat brother, Black Bathero, who's been on our show before, who recently, if you ever get the chance, check out his podcast, Savage as Fuck. Savage AF, he talked about recently how he was held, this just reminded me of it, he was held hostage in his own apartment by a chick he brought home. And it was one of the best episodes they've done. That shit was really fucking hilarious. So...
Held hostage in his own apartment?
I'll send you the link so you could check it. And again, if y'all are watching this, I don't have the link handy. I mean, you can go to Savage AF, like it's on YouTube is the best way to find the older episodes. You might be able to find it by searching. But if you join our Discord, again, go to www.livemancave.com. There's a link to join our Discord chat. I'll give you the just ask me for the link on there. But it's really, that episode, I was cracking up. And they have like a pretty active chat while they live stream. The chat was on fire that day too. It just like it was a great experience. I was really glad to be a part of. But anyway, that's a story for another day. In the meantime, ultimately I approach strangers as potential friends, if not allies. Pretty cool. You read all this Kerouac crap about life on the road. You can't even change a tire, asshole. His ex-brother. His ex-brother disowned him. Damn, that's crazy. So, I don't change the tire.
Yeah, that sucks.
Damn, I wish I would have done more for them, even though, you know, what he did was great, you know, really helped us.
Yeah.
More important journey than mine. Damn, instead of just pushing a rock up a hill, I could have helped them move mountains out of the way. And he would ask for forgiveness. That's the mark of a good person, man. He does more than most people would have done and still feels guilty. So it doesn't it let me read the...
This is amazing specifically because you never could have seen this. Like, you could have just gone right by and not ever, you know, read this. And getting a chance to read how, like, what he wrote makes it even more impactful. You know what I mean? Like, what a good guy he actually is.
So this is a continuation
I love
of
this kind of shit. Yeah, I love this kind of shit in games. Like, I love this, like, shit that you didn't necessarily need to see or ever read, but that really, like, builds out a character that well. Like, you know, they put that much time into writing a thing that, you know, let's say 50% of people, just if it's a coin flip, never even come across because you don't click on the fucking let me go check on the laptop, or even let me just, you know, power through this section of the laptop. But now you realize, like, Brody is fucking even cooler than you thought he was in the beginning.
Yeah, so this is going back. This guy is almost perfect, blue kit, cliche. So this is what he was writing when we were in the gas station.
Right. What is that picture supposed to be?
Yeah, that's what he thought. He was like, what, is this guy looking at fucking porn or what?
Right.
But he was writing about some nudists.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gave a rat's ass, even though they could see everybody's ass.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, good writer, Brody here. And sorry for those. There's no such thing as bad publicity. It's basically how do you talk to a naked person? You don't forget that they're not wearing clothes, but you actually end up being embarrassed that you are. Huh.
That's funny.
I never had any kind of inclination to get down with a nudist colony. I don't know about you. Never really wondered. What would that be like?
What did you say?
I said I never really had I never wondered a lot, like, what would that be like? I'm not going to log in, by the way. Fuck that. That's how I get caught. So I'm not doing that. I thought I was going to erase browser history, but I guess I'm not going to. So
Steven and Claire are going to freak.
He specifically said to do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, he said he was going to do that, and it didn't. I guess if I logged in, it would give me that option, but it didn't. I'm not logging in.
Oh, you only went to check out pages that he already had open.
No, because then I checked Brody's blog.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So what?
So it won't let me. It didn't give me an option. Watch. Look. Check news. I already checked news. I'm not. My other. Nah. See, I'm not doing that. So I'll just go get my brother.
Okay, let's get this brat back home now. Why does Daniel never listen? Maybe I'm doing it wrong. And I thought Daniel was the crafty one.
Yeah, that's good. The landslide. I'm gonna go snoop in the window. Wow. That's a lot of beer.
That's a lot of beer.
Oh shit! I guessed that right. It's like I'm inside Sean's mind. What? Am I just walking in?
Daniel,
what the fuck is wrong with me?
What's going on here?
Sean, wait! Don't freak out. I can explain.
Let me tell him. Sean, I know it sounds crazy, but I have a superpower. You saw me yesterday.
Well, I knew that was gonna happen, man.
I was flying.
What?
Daniel's making him think it's him. Yeah. This is dangerous, though.
With my mind.
Oh, a superpower. Really?
Yes.
This is a bad fucking idea.
Great. And you don't realize what that implies?
Who, for Daniel to do this?
Can see you from the outside.
Yeah,
you could get in real trouble. This is dangerous. Do you understand?
Yes. We hear you.
He's so fucking pissed.
Yeah, this is where I'm done being cool, big brother.
Okay? Nobody can find out I'm the real Captain Spirit.
And nobody will. Ever.
Now you're an official member of the Spirit Squad.
Yeah, we have to kill you and bury you in the back now underneath the fucking Rufus.
Nah, just kidding.
Ralpheus.
Oh yeah, we need
God damn it.
Fuck.
Team signal. Totally.
Vic.
I'm looking at Daniel like, Daniel, you realize we have to kill him now, right? You gotta kill him like the cougar. The face is the best. Fucking Super Wolf, and he puts fuck. I'm definitely doing it.
I don't know. Something cool like El Diablo Loco.
No, that's not cool at all.
Sounds like a supervillain's name. But, okay.
Okay, guys, I think we're ready to roll.
That's the best by far. Like you chose
yeah, it wasn't,
the right
I didn't choose
answer.
it because it was cool.
Yeah, sorry, man.
It's just the coolest of the options you had.
I'm Charles Erickson.
Nice to meet you.
Hope you know
El
that Daniel and Chris
Diablo
are a
Loco.
dangerous team. We better watch out, or they're gonna take over the world.
I almost took Professor Diaz just because I'm supposed to be the wise one. I gotta teach him shit. But...
Can we go get the Christmas tree now? We're both ready to fly.
Yes,
Charles
yes. The team has been waiting too long.
No, you can't fucking
Hey, you
take
should
him.
Come along too.
No, you cannot take this kid out in public.
Yes! Can't wait to see all the decorations.
No, what the fuck is wrong with you, kid?
We could buy Christmas presents for Grandma and Grandpa.
No, we cannot go out in public.
He said yes, yes, yes.
Well, don't worry if you leave the house. And remember, you still have to get better, Daniel.
There's a lot of yeses happening right now.
Mm-hmm. No, fuck you, Daniel.
Anything fun since I got sick.
No, fuck you, Daniel.
It's the first time I've been out for days.
Also, the original name of this game was
called Fuck You, Daniel.
No, Fuck You, Daniel.
Anyway, they'll be at the service for at least another hour.
They thought that was a little bit
Sean,
too,
I can show Daniel
heavy.
around. You can come with us. Please say yes.
Not doing this. I said no. I said no.
Please.
I said no, 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 no.
Okay.
Oh, he said yes? I didn't get a choice.
no,
This is a bad decision.
So let's go.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a bad decision, Sean.
Dangerous.
Sean,
Bad.
you're a shitty.
Okay, team.
You're a shitty big brother,
fucking
man.
brother. Yeah, right now.
Time out to clean up the back seat.
Or meaning fucking
I'll honk when I'm done.
Ooh.
fucking chug some
Can I use the
beers.
bathroom?
Of course. Oh, you'll see my comic books.
Don't touch those comic books. dude.
Fucking Trailhaze went down way
Hey,
too
you wanna
quick,
see my
man.
toys?
That's a problem.
The new hot dog man? Since you're a new member of the team, you have to know everybody. These are Captain Spirit's friends. and
Captain
his
Insane.
enemies.
Dude, that's pretty cool.
Can you guess who are the good guys and the villains?
Let's
Oh,
see.
I think I can. Let's see. Insecto is definitely a villain. Okay. And then we're going to say Bear. No, that's Dino. Bear is a hero.
Dude.
Okay.
I like how much he says, dude.
Yeah, Warrior looks like a hero. The car is a villain because he tried to kill somebody.
It may be tricky.
I thought the Dino was a hero for some reason.
Look closely.
I don't remember very well though. All right. And then we got that.
You sure?
Yeah, motherfucker. I say a hero. Yeah, the bear, the car.
The bad guys, the
No,
good
Insecto's
guys.
not. He's a villain, man.
Not that easy, right?
Oh, okay. I threw him over here because I thought that I was picking that ship to go over there. My bad. All right. Dino. Maybe Dino. Maybe Pirate was a hero.
The bad guys, the good guys.
And I throw Dino.
Not that
on.
easy, right?
That pissed me off, kid.
Look closely.
No, Pirate's a bad guy. Fuck that. I'm going with my first thing. Dino was a hero. Okay. Confirm.
Okay. How did I do?
Not bad. You're almost right. It
Ah.
was a bit tricky. Okay, let me introduce them to you. This is Team Spirit. The good guy.
Dino is a good guy, and Pirate was a good guy.
Power Bear, Marty-Rex, and Sky Pirate.
You did not pay attention.
Who are the bad guys?
I forgot them
That's
all.
Noctarius and the Shark Stinger. There's also Snowmancer, but he's out in the garden. But they're all working for Mantroid, who's the real supervillain.
So, where is he?
Hiding out on his evil planet.
Sick.
For me. But Captain Spirit and Super Wolf will make sure he doesn't hurt anyone.
Yeah. Strength in numbers. Sounds like Mantroid is in trouble.
Just wait until he sees what Captain Spirit can do now.
Yeah. About that.
Captain Spirit and Super Wolf.
Does your dad know about any of this? Did he see something yesterday?
No, he didn't see anything, and the power didn't work yesterday. After I fell. Must have been too tired.
Okay. Good. I mean, he could be pretty disturbed if he knew.
Definitely not.
You don't want your dad being disturbed, do
I
you?
don't wanna freak him out. He's worried
don't wanna
about
freak him
other
out.
stuff anyway.
Yeah? Yeah, let's do this.
Chris, it's none of my business, but are you and your dad okay?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Claire seems to be worried about you guys. Yesterday, Steven and her talked about your dad. I think they had a talk with him.
Claire's always worried. We're cool. Totally. He has a hard time being on his own. That's all.
Well,
If anybody can relate, yeah, it's this guy.
but I hope you know
This is a good conversation.
you're not alone.
You'll see in 8. Remember, you're on a delay.
But I don't feel scared anymore. I have the power, and I have Daniel.
It's fucking dangerous, man.
There's the signal.
Until this kid thinks he has powers
Come
and
on,
he can
Daniel.
save shit, and Daniel's not around.
Pro tip,
Right.
don't go in there.
Okay, squad. Let's roll.
Fucking dirty ass kid. Dirty assed kid, just to be clear.
Gross.
You need my jacket? I don't want you catching another cold.
No, I'm good.
Disgusting.
And don't be waving your arms around.
Did you just call it? He called it a pro tip that he just shat himself.
Yeah.
Remember,
go
Daniel,
Nice.
don't mess around.
All right.
Don't misbehave, Daniel.
Thanks for clearing the snow from the porch.
All right, so let's
You're
get
awesome.
to the next
welcome,
save
Dad.
point, and then
Yeah.
maybe we'll wrap this one up for.
Do you think?
for now. We
So
can
this
jump
isn't
back
the
on
end of the
play.
episode. I was kind of hoping that this was. Not.
I'm not sure.
By the way, it's cool. He mentioned he's like, "Thanks for clearing the snow from the porch," and I did
Right.
that in the Awesome Adventures of Captain Infino.
Yeah, he's never gonna get that right, are you? But yes, you did, which is again cool, right? Well, I think this might be a save point then, right?
This is the save point. It looks
I
like the
think
two
this
holes
is a
running.
save point. All right, nice.
Let's make sure that it's probably going into a cutscene though, so we may want to watch the cutscene.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we're
though
definitely
if
gonna
we
get in
watch it now. Are we gonna have to then watch it again when we come back and play again, or should we just stop it now? Watch it when it comes out. We can stop and pause it right now, talk about real quick what just happened, and then maybe watch this next time. It's up to you. What do you think?
Just to be safe, let's watch it through, and if it repeats the next time, I can just cut this part out on YouTube.
Okay, we'll watch it.
These guys are rolling up here to the
It's pretty cool, by the way. That looks cool for some reason. I don't know why. The
Christmas tree.
this sequence right here, like the overhead view, was cool. Like the way they're kind of building out this city as being you know, Beaver Creek as being more than just like Claire and Claire and Steven's house. You know what I mean? Like they've done a good job of showing it's a bigger locale than that, which is kind of interesting.
I can't believe it.
This conversation needed to happen.
Keep going over the rules.
Don't show the power. I know.
Oh, he grabbed the fuck out of his arm. Like,
yeah, all this cool stuff. I wish he could.
What the fuck you doing, dude?
He reminds me of Noah. I just miss
he did say, "What the fuck are you doing?" right after I said that. It was great.
Yeah.
Listen, I understand, but we have to be extra.
All right, looks like it's saving after this.
You can't let people see.
Oh, this is a big one. Yeah.
You know the rules.
Yes, I know the rules, but I'm careful.
Are you though?
When it's me and Chris.
Are you careful?
Nobody sees us.
Yeah, nobody but me. What if it was Chris's dad?
The opposite.
Yeah, once Chris's dad learns. But then again, we'll just have to convince him it was a fucking drunk hallucination.
Right, I was gonna. It's the only upside is that you have that.
That's not enough. You have to be extra careful.
All right, I swear I will.
Deal. I'm counting on you, Enano.
Can I go see Chris
He's
now?
kind of dumb.
Yeah, let's go. But
I like how he's like, I'm being careful. Like, by making another kid think that he has superpowers, that you consider that like we have to have a conversation about what the fuck your definition of careful is, because it's clearly not the Webster's definition of fucking careful.
All right, so I think we're good for we can cut part B here.
Yes, sir.
Pick up with part C. I don't imagine there'll be much left in this episode for when we come back, but we can play through it quickly and then jump to the next one if necessary. But
right, exactly, yeah. We are not locked into when their episodes begin and end. We're kind of locked into when our own when we decide an episode begins and ends. So what'd you think overall? So
that was
far
dope.
About what you played
in nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. The story is solid. Good character development. Great talk between the brothers. Really makes you like care about the characters and invest in them. The activities are maybe on the cusp of being too voluminous as for being necessary, but I get that it's a way to keep. Right. My viewpoint's going to be different because we're playing this and commenting on our way through it, so part of me is kind of like, let's get to the story because we've got other potential viewers watching and we're playing this together, so, you know, I might feel differently if it's just me by myself and going, cool, let me do this mission where I fucking do laundry. But I doubt it.
Right.
So maybe some of that was unnecessary, but it's still within the range of acceptable, and I don't know. Overall, it's a great game.
This is a problem of any, or not problem, but it's an issue with any type of adventure game, right? Where like at some point you always end up doing like kind of bullshit because that's what adventure games are, right? There is like, it's just, you're doing menial tasks that are kind of made to be part of you kind of completing to get to the next segment. But sometimes they're just trying to put you in the shoes of the character, so they kind of want you to feel some of that bullshit. But to your point, it might be more impactful when it's just you versus knowing that like there's people actually watching you, and if is that fun or not fun or whatever. But overall, this one did a lot of like show don't tell, right? Like it showed the relationship between the brothers a lot again. It showed the relationship now that they have with the grandparents. It like they did a good job of not just saying like, oh, here's why we're here and these are the people that care about us. They more like kind of had you just be part of that moment and live it out, which I thought was pretty good. And obviously everything with Mushroom was incredible. I thought that was a really big moment for you to make that decision you made. And I mean, I made it clear I made a different decision, not for reasons unlike yours, because I agreed with you that I'm like, fuck this stupid cat. Like, it should deserve. Yes, it deserves to die and hope it burns in hell. But on the other hand, I was like, well, I'm kind of trying to, you know, for him, like, should I jump in? Like, do I want him? Do I want him to do that? Do I think this is going to be something that's going to fuck him up more later on down the road? Like, I didn't know. So it's interesting, you know, those are decisions that this game makes you make with very little time to make them and very little like thought. You have to just kind of on the fly make a decision, and it's pretty cool.
So I don't think I'm not sure if I got to finish like explaining my reasoning when I decided to intervene or not to intervene. Like, so part of me was thinking like, look, he's already killed a human being before when he fucking reacts like this, and it was uncontrollable last time. Now we have this weird situation where, number one, it's a vicious animal that just killed our dog. So on one end, I'm like, fuck, I'm not worried about it like I would be if it was another human, right?
Right.
So I'm not worried about that. But also, I was just thinking, if I intervene, I risk either fucking his concentration up, and then maybe this animal pounces and I get him killed, or maybe I step in and he just, the kid goes batshit and fucking, kills everybody. Maybe I catch the fucking brunt of it. So those were all the things I was like, let's just let this shit play out, because unfortunately my little kid brother is much more powerful than I am. So I just I'm operating as a coach, watching my basketball players, react to the flow of the game on the court, and I just kind of shout as advice as it's appropriate.
Absolutely, and some shit does go down if you make the other decision, and like we can talk about, like some of that stuff as.
Would it be a spoiler at this point? I'd be interested in hearing it right now if you do want to talk about it.
Yes, it would be. I don't. Okay. It would be. So it would be something more like if we can, as we get further along, we can kind of roll back things that may have been and that kind of stuff. I just don't want to. I don't want to change decisions. I don't want to change your potential decisions moving forward, because a lot of this stuff, some of the decisions you make now actually do impact things, 2 or 3, decisions forward, and I just don't want to fuck with that. But that's part of what this game is about, right? Part of what Ready Player 2 is about, and we did this back when we played Detroit, was there were moments where we talked about it immediately. There are other moments where we didn't talk about it immediately because we were like, we don't want to change the kind of, it's kind of like Back to the Future, right? You don't want to like fuck with your decision flow that might like change decisions that you might make in the future that are going to impact decisions that you already made. And so part of this is us just kind of being there to be like, oh, that's interesting that you did that. Let's talk about it later. And so some of the stuff doesn't mean anything, and it's not important at all. It's more just like this. We know that's how these games are, right? It's just decisions that are being made. But this game does a really good job, like we said during the episode, of decisions that feel like they're huge sometimes turn out to not be huge at all. And decisions that feel like they're super mundane and nonsensical or of zero importance turn out to be hugely important. And that's why I don't want to spoil that, because I think that stuff is like, it's more fun for you to play that straight and then let's have that conversation at the end than me tell you, oh well, this which seemed was stupid actually turned out to be gigantic, and it kind of like makes you now start to look at things differently. But they do a really good job like with those moments, because those moments are like even that at the very end where you had to decide, like, do I keep the secret, do I not? Like, is that going to change the way that they interact with each other or not? You don't know.
I was surprised that was, you can tell what the major decisions are, right? Because they do that split the screen thing, which tells you, hey, this is going to have a major impact. But I was actually surprised, like, how many players of the game do you think are actually like, nah, Chris is cool, go ahead and tell him the whole thing?
Well, you're right, but remember, at a certain point, part of the discussion is you want your little brother to have a normal life. And so you want him to feel, there are, players that play this game that are like, if I want him to feel like there's one person that he can finally be, truthful to, is that going to like make him be a better or worse person?
I get that. I'm just thinking, like, it's how you and I talked about, right? Like, building this game, and you build all these like little Easter eggs and side missions or whatever that maybe nobody clicks, right? But I'm like, that's if you're basing like the major fork in the road on this game on that decision, you have to know that probably 80-something% maybe 90% of the people playing this game are gonna be like, no, don't be a fucking idiot. Don't tell another 8-year-old kid or whatever the fuck is. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see a lot of people choosing that unless you're like, I love this game so much I want to go back and replay it, and now I'm just gonna pick that just to see what happens. But
now. No, that's true. I think some of the interesting thing, though, and this is what I kind of like, because Detroit did this sometimes, right? There were plenty of ones where, like, I chose decisions that it was like 84% of people chose the same thing you did, and, you know, whatever. 16% of people said otherwise or whatever. And you're like, okay, that's fine. But there were times where the one that was overwhelmingly chosen was not always the right choice.
Yeah,
and
true.
That's the thing.
Well, basically,
what
you're saying is times where we found ourselves in the 16%, and we were like, "Really?
Absolutely.
What the fuck were those other people thinking?"
Absolutely. So, like, I like that this game does that, where they do these moments of, hey, the decision that you thought was clearly, without hands down, without any, you know, without any other repercussions, you were like, clearly this is the right decision. Oh, guess what, motherfucker? You were fucking wrong. Like, no, just because it seemed like it was right doesn't mean it was. I like that they do that, because sometimes you have to lull people into a sense of feeling like you kind of get what the right answer is. You get the right answer. You knew it. You got it. You got it. You got it. Oh, fuck, you fucked up, motherfucker. And I like that, because that's how life is, right? Like, the answer that we think is the right answer, we do it 5 times in a row and we're like, we're good. Then we do it 10 times in a row and we think we're good. And then on the 11th, we fucking roll snake eyes because we thought we knew what the right answer was, and it actually backfired. And this game has moments of doing that in the same way that Detroit did too, where they like lull you into this false sense of security of thinking, yes, clearly the right answer is the one that everyone can look at and clearly say is the right answer, until you make that decision. Then you realize the cascading effects of that decision turn out to fuck you in the butt. Like, that's where I think a good storyteller is, right? 'Cause
those decisions you made that tend to fuck you in the butt. Yeah.
They do. They tend to fuck you in the butt, man. So,
hey, can I point something out right there when you just said, because it just actually connects with something I brought up before. I put this in the Twitch chat. This giant beast that is the global economy is the name of the series. You can find it on Amazon Prime. I put it in the chat. It's Kal Penn that hosts the thing, right? And you know Kal Penn is Kumar from Harold and Kumar, who also I didn't realize he worked with the Obama administration. He actually outside of being an actor, he was like
he retired from acting specifically for that. Like, he was on the show House, and he retired. Actually, he left the show, and everyone was like, whoa, what the fuck? He was so good. Like, where did he go? And he retired from that show and basically acting in general.
He's a great actor. I really enjoy his acting.
He's amazing. He is incredible. So what's it? So
he has a whole show just detailing all these different aspects that have to do with the global economy. He does this one amazing episode. What's the term for it? Where it's like a basically a trap economy where it like locks people in to this like helpless situation where they have they want to break into an industry, and they think, you know, they're sold on this like, oh, if you're an entrepreneur you can make it eventually, whatever, right? But the people, and it's funny because he has like guests like Gary Vee on the show who will come in and be like, these motherfuckers that they you know, they fight and cook and claw their way through, you know, to build their business, and they make it to the top, and then they like illicitly rewrite rules so that whoever's trying to come through and do the same thing they did are kind of fucked, right? So he's got a whole episode about that, you know, like licensing fees and all that shit. But the one that made me think of this, that really tied to this one, to the thing you were just talking about, and I just fucking blanked on it. God damn it. I don't. Fuck. I was trying to think about, because I got drawn out by trying to tap back to what you said.
Really good sell leading up to it.
Oh, I did. I did. There's a particular
I was like
episode.
Super excited to hear.
No, there was a fucking particular. Oh no. Okay, no. I'm back. I'm back.
Okay,
I got it.
He's back on board.
Have you heard of Swarm Intelligence? This directly relates to the last thing you just. All right, so swarm intelligence is this idea, and I just learned about it from his show. Is this idea that, all right, so like you pay attention to creatures like birds and insects or whatever, that like individually they may not be that smart, but together when you see this flock of birds and the insects and the way they communicate with each other as a combined intelligence, they're amazing. The things that they pull off.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
That. Yes.
So,
yes.
So they
know about this. Yes.
There's a company that has found, or at least one company, right? This is the concept has existed, but there was one company that had this amazing app that like focuses on that. So like it's the same thing with swarm intelligence in humans, right? They believe that you can combine a bunch of human experts into one thing, and they exponentially increase each other's intelligence through this thing. So there's an app that like literally what you were talking about, like they'll ask a question and they'll ask people to predict things, and people will start to enter their answers, and even the people that are joining in late are on purpose being able to see which way the swarm is pulling things, right? So if you think the answer is something different but your conviction on it isn't that high, then you'll just go with the swarm.
Then you get swayed.
But if somebody else is like, if you're like, no, you guys are fucking wrong, I'm gonna pull you back this way, that also affects it, right? So one of the amazing things they talked about is they took these horse racing experts, right, and they asked them to predict the results of the Kentucky Derby using this app, and it was fucking mind-blowing. So they predicted with 100% accuracy the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 winners of the Kentucky Derby, and then like if you had placed a $20 bet, you would have won like $100 and something thousand off of a $20 bet, right? And they're like, what's even more interesting is that nobody in that group got them all right. It was only together that they managed to.
It's the collection, yes, that got it.
So like you were saying, when you were talking about with everybody like kind of pulling together and saying like it's this and that affecting your decision and that kind of stuff. I thought it was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. So there's an entire what's it called, Black Mirror episode that does like a whole thing on the concept of like swarm intelligence, and
I must have missed that one. I don't remember it.
And actually, it utilizes like it is a swarm of bees that are like kind of triggered by the swarm intelligence. So it's like it's kind of a little bit on the nose, right, in terms of the way it plays out. But this concept of now where we are, where people actually talk quite a bit about like where does betting go in the future when you have the knowledge of all of humanity basically can kind of crowdsource an answer, and if you crowdsource enough, eventually you'll kind of tick somewhere in the realm of what the actual answer is, right? Like, and it's a pretty scary and also super interesting way to look at like the knowledge of crowdsourcing, like bringing everyone together and saying if we give everyone a voice, everyone's voice will eventually, like the group's voice will kind of regress to the mean and probably give you the right answer. And it's pretty crazy. It's kind of weird to see like where we will go in the future when given more opportunities to kind of do this swarm AI, swarm intelligence, like this kind of knowledge of crowdsourcing everybody. But
and
who the fuck knows, man.
By the way, if you don't end up watching this show before the next pick and watch, it's a potential future. The kind of shit that they talk about really relates to a bunch of conversations that you and I have had in the past, like artificial intelligence in general, the whole fucking super capitalism and how that affects people. It's pretty dope.
I may actually hold off then, and I'll save that because it seems like it might be.
If you happen to watch it before, then it's fine.
If I come across it, yes. I know we always say that, but like the point is like once one of us throws it out and says this could be a good show for watch that shit, I feel like unless you like actively come across and say I have to see it, then I'll usually be like, yeah, I'll check it out. And like I said, if it comes across or like if my wife's like, oh my God, I heard this is amazing, I have to watch it. Yes, of course, we'll check it out. But like otherwise,
it's just there's so like many that I could pick that don't hold off if you see it. Like I'm sure you'll love it. I'm just saying if you see it,
in the same way that I said, what's it called, the flight attendant. Like, of course, if you watch it, go ahead, watch it, like enjoy it. But if you don't, then we already have 2 pretty good picks that we can throw out there, so we'll see what happens. But
last note, where did you end up on your beer?
That was definitely. if we did halves, I would say maybe it got close to a 4.5, but we don't do halves. It was a 4. This is like, it is definitely a great one. I will buy this again. I will go back there and buy this one again from Free Will because I know where to get it. And it's easy enough for me to, to go get back to Free Will Brewing and get it. But
it's not an on-site buy.
It's not a buy on site only specifically because like I said, eventually it does start to kind of it starts to hit you a little bit. It wouldn't be one that I'd want to kind of have regularly like that, but it was delicious. Like the marrying of the bourbon and the fruitiness of it, like it kind of almost ticked back and forth. Like there were moments where it was like more bourbon than fruit. And then there were other times where I was like, ooh, it's more sweet than it is bourbony. Like it was it changed throughout the course of me drinking it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It's fucking an easy guaranteed 4 that I have no problem saying, like, at least you have to try this one at least once, guaranteed. How about you? Where'd you land?
I did say it a 4 as I predicted it. But it's less that this was like such a superiorly made brew that like then I'm like, oh, it's just like an amazing example. It's just that this hit all the buckets, all the checkpoints of everything I like in a beer, right? Like barley wine, right. Barrel aged in bourbon, from 2021, so it was aged at 0.5 past light speed. Apparently, now I'm reading the label. This is release number 1, and there were 99 cases bottled of this. So nice. I mean, that's a significant amount, but it's not that much. Right, no. So, and I definitely felt like, the dates, the chocolate-covered raisins, and the golden caramel, they were not too overwhelming. Right. And then I could taste this woody spice and the little bitterness. Bread pudding, I didn't really pay. I'm just reminded that bread pudding was one of the flavors that was destined in there. But man, I'm happy with it. It's a solid 4, but I wouldn't even think about making it a 4.5. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a buy on site, but definitely worth having at least once.
Nice.
And the ABV is awesome. Nice. It's up there too. So get your drink.
Yeah, definitely.
Not this one bottle, but the little Hennessy Black chasing it.
I will say that. I will say I don't know how you followed up with Hennessy after that.
Because I had the power of fucking Valhalla Java coffee.
Oh, that's true.
I don't know if I rated.
I should have. So what is it? How many cups of coffee did you rate that?
This will be a 4. When I first started drinking it, I was like, this is dope. Like it's potent. It's bordering on a 5. Back then, I thought. I like very high caffeine coffee.
ABV.
And my wife does not.
ABV, but that doesn't apply to coffee.
So my wife does not like strong coffee, and the first time she had it, she was like, it's way too strong. So that means that this package that I got from them has been sitting in a Ziploc bag for like 6 months, right? So now I like it less than I did when I first got it. Yeah, and I don't think that's good for coffee beans. So I didn't put it in the fridge. So maybe that's something I should have done. I didn't put it in the fridge. This was sitting out there in a Ziploc bag. Also, unfortunately, she put it in the same bag as with Bustelo coffee. So, that's the very basic, fucking... Yeah. So maybe I fucked the beans up over time. I didn't store them right. But I remember it tasted a lot better when I first got it. Because if it tasted like this when I first got it, I would have given it a 3.
Nice. Well done that you let your fucking coffee beans go to shit, but you did get a good beer out of it. So well done.
I did. Yeah.
This was an awesome conversation, man. I'm looking forward to the next time we do this show.
Yeah.
I love this fucking game, and I'm excited. So far, in very short, because I literally am about to pass out, but in a very short, 1 or 2 sentences, how do you feel so far about is this game living up to your expectations based on the way I sold it to you?
You are drunk. You have asked this to me multiple times. Yes, it is living. Yes.
No, the game as a whole. So far, not just this. No, because before I was talking about just this episode. I was saying
but I said this episode is right in line with everything I've said all along. Yes, it's a very solid game.
So it does live up to what I sold you on. That I said let's do. Okay, good. That was my only thought, because the one big thing, like I said, I was trying to sell you on this one for a significant amount of time. Like, I was trying to get you on board with this one, and I was like, I think you're going to enjoy it, and specifically for reasons that are, I think, you know, personal and interesting, like, you know, across the board, like in terms of what's going on with these characters. And I thought it would be an interesting conversation, like you and I, like having this talk about like what does it mean for, you know, the connection to like the Trumpy bullshit in the beginning, the first episode, and now as they go on and they're talking about the like kind of conversations that they're having with other characters and so forth. I'm glad that you are enjoying it as well. So
yes,
I'm looking forward to see what happens next. But on that note, I am very fucking tired. So I'm going to say
let's cut it.
Thank you so much, man. This is a good time.
Yeah, good
I'll
stuff.
talk to you next time on Live from the Man Cave, dude. I'll see you later.
Ready Player 2.
Peace.